All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Symphony. Now that we finally made it here, Symphony Entertainment, Gaming and Arts is a gaming company that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency to bring a symphonic approach to horror role-playing. You may be surprised to realize that I am not Bridgett, the one you normally hear leading these off. I am your host tonight, Matt, Doc Tracey, and this afternoon we are playing Call to Account for Kult Divinity Lost. Bridgett is here in spirit and on the Zoom call, keeping a watchful eye as I say all of this. Cult Divinity Lost is published by Helmgast. You can find Cult Divinity Lost online at modifius.net, Helmgast, and DriveThruRPG. I highly recommend checking out cultdivinitylost.com for free resources, including free scenarios, player aids, and more. Now, one quick announcement. Symphony Entertainment has a Patreon. If you like this content and would like to help us create more, please back the Symphony on Patreon. You can check that out at patreon.com/symphonyentertainment. And before we get to the game, please be advised that Cult Divinity Lost is a horror game with mature content aimed at a mature audience, although maybe not mature players. Viewer discretion is advised. Cult Divinity Lost is a game for adults. It'll touch on subject matters that most horror games simply will not. It thrives in the bowels of personal horror. Content warnings have been discussed with the cast and crew. We have reviewed red lines. We plan to honor the Cult Divinity Lost horror contract, which covers 1, forbidden subjects, 2, stop phrases or signs, and 3, scary things. The X card is also in play. X's can be sent via private message. No judgment passed, no questions asked. We will also be using the green, yellow, red traffic light method, which can be called by any cast member at any time. So without further ado, now that we've finally got this thing started, let's unveil this amazing cast. Cast members, please introduce yourselves, tell us where people can find you, and some things that you do. Of note, you may notice, audience watching either live or on the replay, that we've simply changed a cast member due to personal issues. Life comes first, the game always comes second. Our new player is not reflected in the overlay, but we're going to introduce him nonetheless. Fun fact, when he started here, he didn't even have a Roll20 until about 20 minutes ago. So let's start us off with Amy. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and the question of the day. Soft shell or hard shell tacos?
Oh, so I'm Amy. My pronouns are she, they. You can find me. I don't have a great similar social media thing. I'm Truth and Names on Instagram and Cryptid Crafter on Blue Sky. Those are where I generally hang out. I am also a mental health professional in my multiple day jobs, and my extra job is actually with one of our other players. I'm the editor for Dust and Dorks. We have a Kickstarter coming up called You Have Always Lived in the Lighthouse. It is a 2-player storytelling RPG between a keeper and a creature. We are going live on October 1st. So 31st. Yeah, it's the 21st today. Thank you. So yeah, check that out. It's very exciting. And my answer is going to be that annoying neurodivergent one where I explain that it's both. It's crunchy for like chorizo, ground beef, stuff like that. But if it's like a shrimp or like a chicken, I like a soft shell taco.
Respect that. Respect the choice, because not all tacos are created equal. So next up in our cast list, our newest cast member who joined us only 30 short minutes ago. Kyle, why don't you tell us about yourself, who you are, where you're from, what you do? What's it like downloading Roll20 with 5 people cheering you on to get it done?
Feels great, man. Hi, I am Kyle Ott. I am an Emmy-nominated role-playing game author. I am the creator of After the Rain, A Fear Within, Red Panda Redemption, and Becoming Banana Bread. My games are in over 40 stores. Or no, actually, we're over 100 stores, I think, at this point now. And my stuff you can find over at Indie Press Revolution. I love my folks over at Indie Press Revolution. Shout out to them. And we have now officially can be found with World of Game Design as well, either online or if you're a niche.io person, you can find our stuff there. My upcoming game, You Have Always Lived in the Lighthouse, is coming out on October 31st. And this is my first time playing Cult, first time here with the Symphony. I'm very excited to be part of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I like games. This is cool. I have done a lot of live streaming before, but never with Roll20. So they're like, you need a Roll20 account. I'm like, all right, cool. Here we go. So if the Roll20 account is the scariest part of the session, then I'll be all right. But I suspect it will not be. And in answer to your question, Doc, I have to tell you right now, having spent some time in the Gulf in Brownsville, Texas, there is truly only one answer to this, and it is a soft shell corn tortilla. Listen, if it is made by abuelita, and if it is in what used to be an old CVS pharmacy, and everything is on a tray, and there is a shrine to the Virgin Mary above the griddle, it's on a corn tortilla, or it doesn't count. I don't know what the green sauce is in the squeegee bottle. I don't want to know. Yes, thank you. I would like more of that. Thank you, senora. Gracias. It's great. Give me the corn tortilla, soft shell corn tortilla, all the way. Heathens. Thank you.
Wow. I feel like Hard Talk Bill just got like read to filth right there. So without wasting too much more time, how about Chris? Tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Chris. Several of the people in the chat already know me. Several of the people who I've watched this stream for kind of know that I'm usually the lead voice in the chat because I'll never shut up. No games, no publishing as yet, but working on it. Big Symphony fan. First time playing Kult, even though I've been role-playing for 4/5 of my 50 years of life. So yeah, most of that's horror gaming as well. So how the heck I have managed to avoid Kult is beyond me. As for everything with the tacos, I like the soft shell because I can't be doing with the shrapnel.
Love it. Love it. All right. So I will introduce myself next, saving our illustrious GM for the coveted final position, lest anybody have to follow her. My name is Matt Doc Tracey. I've published a few scenarios on DriveThruRPG. There's a bot that should be pinging on Twitch to talk about those, so please check them out. One of them just went silver recently. The other is making its way slowly but surely toward copper. It's a kind of a Halloween-y thing, so I was trying to get out for October, so feel free to check those out. Other than that, I pop up a lot on every Discord. If you are connected to any sort of horror gaming, there is a very, very, very good chance you have seen me pop up in some variation of the name Doc and then something after that. I think on Symphony, it's Doc Shamalama. On How We Roll, it's Dr. Frankenstein for the season. So please just keep an eye for those. Say hi. Enjoy chat. I enjoy chatting with people a lot, as Bridgett can tell you, because I'm probably on Discord too much, but it's fine. And for my answer to my own question, I also have to second Kyle's. There used to be a taco place outside in Pittsburgh, outside of one of the tiny little bodega marts, where they didn't have a health inspection permit because they couldn't secure one for any sort of sanitation. If the health inspector came around, it suddenly just disappeared. And those were the best damn soft shell corn tacos I've ever had in my life. You never knew what you were getting, but you handed them $5, they handed you a platter of food, and you walked away with a big old smile. And so to round out our cast introductions before we jump into this horrifying evening, Sue, please tell us who you are, what you do, where people can find you, etc.
Hello, my name is Sue Savage. You can find me in various places on the internet under the name of Savage Spiel. You'll find me on Blue Sky. I also have a blog on Blogspot, both of that name. And I write scenarios. I also wrote this game. I don't know if I'm backwards on Zoom. I hope not. Yeah, Matrons of Mystery. This is a British cozy mystery game. It's based on Brindlewood Bay, so it uses the same mystery system. I also write a ton of urban fantasy scenarios. I've got 4 of them in this book. This is the Liminal Case book. Both of those are available on DriveThruRPG. Hopefully there'll be a thing popping up on Twitch with all of that on it. But the thing I love most in gaming at the moment is horror, which is why we're all here. And as for the taco question, well, I cannot really express how little Mexican food there is in the bit of England I live in. I once had a soft taco off a vendor at a street food festival, and it was nice, so I guess soft.
Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Soft shell gang, rise up. So why don't you get us started here with a call to account for Cult Divinity Lost?
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask our players to make some initial rolls, because there's a few things that get rolled right at the start of the session, which may give us some points to play with. So if you've got an advantage or a disadvantage that says roll at the start of the session or in the first game, can you roll that now?
I got a success with complications on my disadvantage.
I do not have a disadvantage that requires me to roll at the beginning of session, which I suspect will be the last bit of good luck that I have.
I have an advantage that needs me to roll at the start, which is soul, and I get a success with complications. So I get.
So if you're rolling your advantages, there's a button to roll them with so that it tells me what the result is.
Okay. Oh, nope, that's a failure then.
All mine are triggered, not at the beginning.
Well, the upside is that my failure now gives Sue something to do to me.
It's never a terrifying thought when you give Sue that option right off the bat.
Okay, I've got a note of all of that.
Fantastic.
So it is time to set the scene. So we're in the present day. It's Los Angeles. The weather is warm and sunny. There's a light breeze that's rustling the palm trees. And all that our cast of characters can think about at the moment is not the weather, but the murder. 2 months ago, Mike and Rachel Madison were found brutally murdered in their home in Bel Air. There was an initial flurry of police activity, but after a week or so, it all just died off. There's been no arrests. There's been nothing in the press since then. It's like the whole thing is just being forgotten. Unsolved Unlimited is a web forum. What they do there is a bunch of amateur sleuths basically look into unsolved cases. They try and dig up more evidence. And while a lot of time it does just end up being speculation, sometimes they do manage to find something. And each of our 4 characters are a member of that forum because of their interest in the Madison murder. A couple of days ago, a new member joined this forum. They made a post in the Madison murder discussion area. They said that given how little attention the police had been given this case, there was probably still evidence to be found in the house itself, and maybe if you went there and had a look around, you might find something. And that post was rapidly deleted by the admins, and the member was banned, because Unsolved Unlimited take a very hard line on promoting illegal activity like trespassing. However, 4 of the forum members did see that post in the few minutes before it got deleted, and each of them has got in contact with the others outside the forum. And the 4 of them have arranged to meet up at a pizzeria just on the outskirts of Bel Air. They're going to meet up, and then they're going to pay a visit to the house. So this is where we get to meet our characters. So first of all, what time did you all arrange to meet?
If we're doing something sketchy, probably later in the day.
Calvin Schwartz was going to say you were going to meet up at about 7:30 when the pizzeria opens, because if this is Los Angeles, no one is up before 11 a.m. But we can meet up later in the day if everybody wants to do that. That's fine too.
Happy to meet whenever.
I stay inside so long. I have no concept of time or anything like that. So anytime people say to be somewhere, I just set an alarm because I keep all the windows drawn. I don't know when the sun comes up.
I'm up for breakfast pizza. Let's go.
Yeah, sounds good. Breakfast pizza.
Okay.
Sue, out of character, are all of our investigators already familiar with one another before we show up to the pizzeria, or are we 4 strangers meeting from this web forum for the very first time?
You are 4 strangers. You will know a very minimal amount about each other from having been on the same forum. So what I'd like to do now is have each of you arrive at the pizzeria, tell us what you look like, tell us what the others know about you from the forum. So who's the first to arrive?
Can Calvin be the first one to arrive? Is that all right, Sue?
Yep.
So Calvin got there about half an hour early, half an hour before he told everybody else to be there. He has already cased the entire place. He knows the entrances and exits. And when you find the relatively well-dressed man, he is sitting in the only chair in the corner where there is no way to get behind him. And he's got sight lines to the entire pizzeria. He's not a horribly looking gentleman. He's pretty average. Almost so average that, like, if you'd blink, you'd miss him. He'd look like any Hollywood accountant or any mid-level executive in a light tan linen suit on a pair of sunglasses. And the one thing you do notice, his suit jacket's maybe just a little too long. Like it's room for extra stuff in there.
Who arrives next?
Marty's the next one that arrives. He's actually already been outside waiting for about an hour himself, sat in his car. When he saw that the first of the rest of the group turn up, when he saw Calvin arrive, he decided that he'd also make himself visible. He walks in, he's a middle-aged guy, starting to run to seed a little bit. Used to be quite athletic. He sort of has a bearing of an ex-cop, but it's not really cop, it's more security consultant. He takes his sunglasses off and sort of blinks and then looks around, checks the booths, and then goes and sits down opposite Calvin and puts his hand out. Hi, name's Marty.
CS, you're late. Figured you'd come back out of your car sooner than that. How long are you sitting in there for? About an hour, 45 minutes?
About an hour watching you, watching me.
Yeah, should have turned your dome light off. Or did you forget that was on?
No. I don't smoke. Don't ask me. Just
I'd be one of the few people in LA who doesn't smoke.
Yeah, I don't get on well with it.
Hear from the others?
Only on the forum. I'm expecting that they'll be relatively prompt.
That'd be a first. Most people don't operate on California time. Shocked to find at least one other person early. Sue, can Calvin flag down? Is there a waitress or a waiter in this place?
Yep.
Fantastic. 2 beers, please. Nothing too hard. No frills. Lager if you got it. 2.
Yeah.
Biggest glasses you got.
Sure.
Marty will turn around and go, 2 for me as well. You'll know
one was for you. But
oh,
nah. 2 beers is fine.
You notice he's got a British accent.
Spend time at West End?
Oh, I've been out everywhere.
Take a sip of that beer quick before we keep talking.
When the beer arrives, he'll down half of it in first sip.
Calvin does the same thing. Fantastic. Now anything we say isn't admissible in court. second substances enter your system. Anybody he's dropping can't do shit about it, so that'll be fine. Calvin slides 2 other glasses to where the other 2 are going to sit. They drink when they get here.
And I would say at that point, a very tall, slender, gaunt-looking man with kind of like dark hair. It hasn't been washed recently enough, and he kind of outside the pizzeria, you see him just finishing a cigarette, tosses it to the ground, doesn't really put it out with his foot, just kind of walks in with a blue hoodie pulled down and kind of looks around, sees the 2 of you, and just silently sits down, turns to the 2 of you and just goes, "The Dr. Keys, that's what you can call me."
Thanks, Jack Skellington. Have a sip of beer.
Sure. I'll take like the tiniest sip of like, if there's something in there, he's more concerned. It takes a little nip.
It's all right. Swish it around. I didn't put anything funny in there.
That's exactly what you would say.
Not entirely wrong.
Yeah, look at the kid. He's probably never had a beer in his life.
I was kind of turn to Martin, and I give you this look of just, you don't know what I've been through, man. Just don't.
With all due respect, not sure what you've been through. I'm not sure I care. Drink a little more.
Oh.
Your attorney will thank you later.
Ernie. Sure. I'll take a bigger swig of the beer.
Attaboy.
I'm gonna roll up black jeans, white top, basic, but even though it's warm out, I have a really long, really thick like cardigan on and like really dark sunglasses. And I'll walk up and say, "Ophelia, I assume you're from the forum."
Assume correctly. Have a seat. Have a drink.
Not gonna take a drink from somebody I don't know.
Fair enough. Cautious isn't a bad call. Then a motion over to the waiter. Sealed bottle of beer for the lady. Make sure the cap's still on when it gets here, please.
Appreciate it.
Half of it when it gets.
And when it does get here, you're gonna notice my hand is shaking a little as I pick it up and take a swig and put it back down.
Smoke for your nerves.
Smoke's not gonna help. Migraine, you know how it is.
I don't. But still.
Good for you.
Keys. Smoke.
I'll pull up a pack of my own cigarettes and just light one up. Brought my own, thanks.
I'm going to be honest with you all. My line of work, I don't exactly take too loyal to, what do you all call yourselves? Chatters?
Interesting, since you were on the same forum as us.
I'm on the same forum as you, because I am out of ideas. And I am not a man who is afraid of going out of my comfort zone. If I had one, it was probably a couple years ago at least. I want to know more about the murder. My contacts in the LAPD have run dry. My resources have run dry, and so I am reduced to an overglorified Reddit forum. How the heck do you think that makes me feel as a professional?
Gotta suck knowing that people can do your job better than you.
Listen, son, you couldn't do my job better than me if it smacked you in the goddamn face.
Oh, and here we are.
But I'm not so foolish as to admit when I'm out of my depth. What do we know? What do you all know about the Madisons?
Rachel's family hated Mike. Hated him a lot.
I know it's a big place up in Bel Air. I know that all of the neighbours have got good security systems. I know that they didn't have.
It always seemed odd that a guy like Mike didn't have security cameras. And you said
Well, he
Rachel's
had
family?
cameras. He had cameras, but I don't think they were attached to anything.
No, they weren't. I scrubbed the files. I had friends of the PD send me what they had. Nothing. Total blind spot. If
Yeah,
I'd
did you
known
see
better.
all the footage from the neighbors' cameras?
Yeah, the footage had survived. A lot of it's corrupted.
Maybe you need a source that's got some of that raw footage, some of that raw data. I'll pull out my mobile phone and slide it across.
Sue, what does Calvin see when he hits play on the footage?
The footage that so I'm just doing a quick reminder of who's playing who. So
I'll pass my business card over as well. It says Marty Wilson, security consultant.
So from the footage that you've got, you can see that house was getting a lot of visitors. And quite a few of them you actually recognize, they're celebrities. So singers, actors. No huge names, but definitely people you recognize.
Would any of them been on my client list before? Like, would I have fixed for any of them?
Yeah, a couple of them you have worked with.
This is half my clientele. How the hell did you get these? How the hell did you get this footage? None of my guys in the PD had this. Your cameras?
My cameras. Yeah. As I said, most of the rest of the neighborhood got good security systems. My system.
I'll be
Couldn't
damned.
have been that good. They wouldn't have ended up dead.
Well, I've been trying to get the Madison contract for a couple of years now, but they never seem to be interested in me.
No, you wouldn't have. They used private firms. Even when they contracted with me, it was only through my late. What'd you say your name was again?
Wilson.
Oh, Wilson. You might be the best goddamn limey I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, I bet you've only met probably a handful of us.
Few when I was at the French Foreign Legion. What'd you say your name was? Woman with the beard. The one who doesn't trust unsealed glasses, which you can't say I blame you in this place or in this industry.
Or as a woman, Ophelia.
Fair enough. What was it you said about Rachel not liking Madison? About Mike?
Rachel's family hated Mike.
How much? Like, scale of 1 to 10, ballpark it for me. We talking like throw you in a tub and put you in the river in Jersey, or what? I need a level of hatred here. Or like, we just don't want to see you in Thanksgiving. I'll come and avoid you as soon as the stuffing comes out.
Oh, they let him at Thanksgiving. You gotta let him in so you can mock him. But not the biggest fans.
So it's the kind of hate that you mock somebody, but not the kind of hate that you'll kill them. That's good to know.
It's hard to tell with the family, honestly.
And your connection to the
Some
family
people
is...
disappear. You never know. I did for a little while.
One of the few to come back. Especially in this
back.
place. What's your connection to the family? Call it professional courtesy.
I don't think anything you've done so far has been courtesy, but Rachel, she's my cousin. Only one of those fucking family that mattered.
There's a flicker of actual genuine human emotion on Calvin's face. It's a blink and you'll miss it kind of moment. He pauses. Sorry. I know what it's like to lose someone important.
She was the only one I had recently, so I understand why I'm pissed nobody did anything.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if the family's involved. They got a lot of money to pay people off.
Madison did have a lot of money, and I handled a lot of it. All right, Jack Skellington, what are you doing over there? What do you bring to the table? What do you got?
What do I got? Well, I can tell you one thing. Whoever killed these people didn't do it just out of a level of don't invite him to Thanksgiving hatred. This was done with intention. Like, I'm no doctor or anything like that, but they got wrapped up in plastic wrap and stabbed.
I know.
They died slow.
I saw the autopsy reports.
Oh, did you know? Well, then you know that it wasn't a quick death. Whoever did this, they bled him out. This shit wasn't just pass me the stuffing, oh, my hand slipped. This was, I want you so fucking dead that your sister in the town over knows it.
I'm going to set my beer down very heavily. You don't have to give details. We all read what it was, okay? I know they suffered. Why the fuck do you think I'm here?
Well, you know, I got this beer guy over here to ask me what I know. He's going to get in my face, ask what I know. I'm going to tell him what I know.
Also, why are you Dr. Keys if you're not a doctor?
Look, what I do is something a little less of let's just say I can find things that can't be found always. You need something done on a computer, I got you. We got a security guy here. I can figure out where the holes in his security is.
He's a hacker.
I prefer the term hacktivist. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I've looked at.
He's good with anything that's not physical, anything that requires him to actually get in there and get his hands dirty. He ain't any good.
I've seen shit that would turn your ass white, security boy.
There's a difference.
I'm sure you have, but I'd like to see you pick a lock using a modem.
I got a success with complications. Sue, do you want to pick my hindrance or do you want me to?
It's for you to choose.
Okay. Do you want me to say it out loud or message you?
Say it out loud because this is going to be how you're reacting to everyone else.
Yeah. I want to become angry.
Right. So if you want to mark angry on your character sheet and reduce your stability by 1.
Okay. I'm going to stand up and slam my hands on the table. Be like, they're fucking people. I know this is a mystery to you, but they were my family. They were my only family. Can we goddamn treat them like they were people and they mattered and they were here?
You think you're the only one who's lost family in some weird shit?
You're talking about mine, though. You don't get to act like it doesn't matter just because they're not connected to you like that.
Then why do you need me here? I got called here because you need me for something, okay? They're people. I'm doing my part to help out. I get it, okay? I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear?
Whatever. I'm sorry.
They weren't strangers to all of us. You weren't the only person who lost someone important in that household. Now sit down for a moment.
Stop fucking telling me what to do. I do sit down.
All right. Cards on the table. I haven't worked with people like this in a while, and to be frank with you, I'm not used to working with anybody, whether they're a hacker or a limey or someone back from the dead. I don't know. I'm going to pull out my case notes, my business card, and my identification badge. My name is Calvin Schwartz. None of you have heard of me, and that is by design. I work with Paramount. I work with the big studios. I am what you call a fixer. Now, I know that you think you know what that means. You've watched a couple episodes of Ray Donovan. You thought it was super cute to see Mark Hamill and whatever that new Mike Flanagan shit was, and you think you know what a fixer is. There's a reason I had you meet here at 7:30 when every single goddamn person of any real importance is still asleep except for the street sweepers. There's a reason I had you take a sip of beer, because that yet means that anything we say here is inadmissible in court. And there's a reason I don't smoke from my cigarettes, but I carry a full pack of Marlboro Reds in a city where everybody smokes. And the person with the lighter might as well be your best friend. There are several people dead, one of whom I cared about a great deal. Mike was a client of mine. Most of the people on your footage, Wilson, if that even is your real name, which I doubt, are clients of mine. I have half the LAPD wrapped around my entire wrist. I could put a call into several members of the state Senate and several people at the federal level, and all of my connections are coming up with jack fucking shit.
I'm shocked. Shocked that the cops can't find something.
I am, because all my cops are corrupt.
No shit. You already said they were cops.
I know. Which means that no matter how much I bribe or how much dirt I have on them, I have enough shit to make Harvey Weinstein look like a fucking saint compared to some of the people I know. And now I'm still not getting any information. So I don't care if you're a hacker, back from the dead, or I don't know, the king of goddamn England. I need information, and I need it from wherever I can get it. I have done some unspeakable shit in this town, and I am out of my depth. So are we. So, you're right. Ophelia, was it?
Yeah.
I'm not courteous. I'm not a people person. But I treated you with enough respect to go get you a beer that was closed because I know what it's like to work in a professional courtesy where everyone wants you dead. And I'm going to treat them like corpses because that's what they are. I got 3 people living in front of me and a house full of dead bodies and no goddamn clue what to do about it. So work with me here. And I'll work with you.
I'm still here, aren't I?
Good enough for me. What can I help you with? What do you need to know from me? What information can I have? This is the first time I've said this in 45 goddamn years, but I'm willing to give that information for free.
You mentioned Madison had money. It's not his money, you know. It's hers.
Oh, hers.
Rachel's.
How much of it?
Most of it. That's why they didn't like him. Wasn't upper class enough for the family. They don't like anything outside their little boxes. They're very tiny little boxes.
He was the accountant for about 16 different stars in my stable. There was about $3 million in annual income a year going through that house.
Pocket change.
Old money?
Old. Also very corrupt money.
There's no other kind.
Marriages are mergers. And they didn't like her merger.
For Christ's sake.
They didn't like Rachel that much either, but at least she got to keep the money.
Wilson, you said that your security system's around the houses, right?
Yeah. All the neighbors have got my systems.
How hard would it be for those systems to have a little blind spot?
You're talking to the man that programmed the cameras.
I am.
I can turn them off now if you want.
How long before your customers start getting suspicious?
Yeah, I can put on a holding message. Probably give us about an hour.
I can get us 2 if you need it.
Starting to like you, hacker boy.
More time is better. There's a lot of ground to cover in there.
So you want to
if we park up my van when the system goes down, it'll just look like a regular outage. It'll look like we're just running maintenance.
You got maintenance uniforms?
Yeah, sure.
Jumpsuits, something nondescript.
Yeah, I can rustle up 4 or 5 jumpsuits.
Good.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like we're going looking.
Just give me 20 minutes and I'll get the van from the depot.
Depot. I love you people.
You two need to be alone, or
With that, I'll stand up and I'll walk out of the pizzeria.
Another important question to ask both of you, now that I've got you two alone. Wilson's armed. I know he's packing. Are you two?
my biting wit.
No,
I'm serious.
I don't carry anything.
Do yourselves a favor. Find something small. If you can't get it, I can probably get you something with the serial numbers removed.
I'm gonna pull out a decorative keychain that's shaped like a beetle, but it's a stag beetle, and the 2 points are spikes that you can use to basically turns into brass knuckles. This is the only thing I know how to use.
Sue, is it okay if I just reach into one of my suit pockets and produce a pistol?
I'm just going to remind myself what I already put on your sheet.
I mean, I'm allowed to produce a weapon. I don't want that to be the weapon I produce, but I just love the idea of me giving Ophelia a gun. That's like our bonding moment.
You should not give me a gun. If you notice, my hands are still shaking.
Yeah, let's go with it. What kind of gun is it?
It's a Makarov. Double action. Serial numbers are already filed off. Russian made. It's not going to jam. And no matter how much you, decided Back to the Future it, your hands should be all right. Both hands on the handle. Pull the trigger. Point the muzzle in front of the thing you want dead. 6 bullets in the chamber. The serial numbers are removed. It is untraceable to me. You notice that he hands it to you with the cloth napkin at the pizzeria, and he slides it across the table. Safety's already on. It's small enough it can fit into your lower back or into your bra.
It's like a good way to blow off something I'm quite attached to.
Unless you put
I'm gonna stick
150
with my
pounds of
stabby
pressure
thing.
on that safety, you'll be fine.
I don't do guns.
Fair enough. Hacker, you want a pistol?
Sure, why not? I'll just take a napkin to take the gun, kind of like seeing what you did.
He doesn't. Yeah, no, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to just shove it in my laptop bag.
He does it once over of you. That's a better call. I don't think you have the boob size to put it in your bra.
I just stare at you. Are we done?
Is Wilson back with the van?
Yep.
I'm gonna look at you and go, I have a sneaking suspicion we are not even close to done yet. But yeah, in this moment, I think we're good.
I'm gonna chug the rest of my beer and set it down and get up and walk to the van.
All right, are we all in the van then, Sue? Like, can we? I'm excited. I want to go to this mansion.
Yep.
Put the keys on the music. He's just sitting there making techno on his keyboard. It's the most nondescript way of getting there. It's like Darude.
I actually just imagine we're sitting in complete silence and it's the most awkward ride ever. So
Wilson's big gruff ass just goes, yellow punch buggy, no punchbacks, real quietly, and just taps someone with his fist on the shoulder.
Just wait till you see the
just get like a
death
coveralls.
Oh yeah, did you get us the coveralls, Wilson? That's I guess that's important too.
Yeah, the coveralls are in a box in the back. There's only room in the front of the van for 2 of you, so it's your choice who sits in the back.
I'm gonna sit up front.
I think Calvin would prefer to be in the back anyway.
I'll take the back.
You open a box, and in the box there are several sets of folded coveralls, but you notice that they're all in a bright lime green.
You have got to be kidding me.
I'll look back and see it.
People happy.
I think it'll go great with this lipstick.
Nondescript. I look like the Michelin Man had sex with a neon light.
It's California. People are going to see the color and immediately look away. It's perfect.
Exactly.
Pretend you're at a rave or something.
People would spot you.
Oh, of course, he picked the lime-colored suit. It's fantastic. He's just grumbling to himself the whole time as he's putting the coveralls on.
I think it's great, Martin. Thank you. Since our plan hinges entirely on you and your contributions, I will say that I appreciate it.
I'm glad you see the sense of humor in this.
I appreciate it.
I imagine I'm rolling up the sleeves.
Yeah, and the legs.
Tuck them in the boots. We're good.
So as
Oh.
you're on your way, Dr. Keys, do you want to use your prepared advantage?
Ooh. Yes. Roll advantage. 19. You accomplished the task without a problem. So I am a good hacker.
Yay!
I was actually talking prepared.
Oh, prepared. Sorry, my
The
bad.
next one down. You can use
Oh, I'm
the same
sorry.
roll. It's the same attribute.
That'd be a success with complications. Then sorry. That's
Okay, so you can pick 2 of those options.
I will take uncover any security systems and other obstacles, and pinpoint the location and find or create a map of the location.
Right. Since you've gone for the map, I will now transfer all of the players onto the map.
Ooh.
Hopefully that's changed on Roll20.
It has. This is awesome.
I see it.
Yep.
Ooh.
So this is a map from the Kult publication, Labyrinths and Secret Chambers. And I want to be fairly flexible with the map. If you think there should be a basement, just tell me where the entrance is. You think there should be a big swimming pool out the back? Yeah, tell me about it.
Can there please be a big swimming pool out in the back?
Yeah, just past where the lounges are at the bottom of the map.
I've been to this house before. Would I have an idea of like rooms that might be the best to be looking in? Because we're not just gonna look where they were killed, right? So
yeah, you know which is the master bedroom. Yeah, it is, of course, the one with a massive ensuite bathroom and walk-in closet.
and the best shower. Just
It's got like the 6 heads everywhere, just like bombarded, like hits you like you are a column of water.
heated floors, heated towel rack.
Oh, sure.
Listen, that old money's got to be good for something, right?
Right?
Sue, would I also be familiar with this house because Mike was a client of mine and interacted with clients of mine? I don't know what my character's familiarity would be with the house. So
Yeah, you've probably not been invited to the kind of parties that he had here.
that makes sense. Bad call to invite the help.
Park the van outside the gates at the front, and literally block the gate so that nobody can see past the van.
Nice. Remember how to make everybody's names smaller so I can actually see.
We should probably split into groups of 2. Don't know what we'd find here. It'd be bad to get caught unawares by ourselves.
Well, if anybody wants to take the front, I'll head round the back. I know that just past the pool and the Zen garden, there's a conservatory that we can pop a lock quite easily.
Take the inside. I know where they put the cameras, so it'll give us a chance to maybe recover some footage.
I can check out the bedroom and the office.
I will stick with Keys. You said your name was?
Yeah.
I'll stick with Keys. I want to take a look at some of these cameras, see if I can't maybe get something out of them for myself.
Okay, Ophelia, do you want to come with me round the back of the property? We'll stop off and cut the power on the way.
Yeah. I'll look at some of those cool plants. I wonder if they're still alive.
Okay. I'll climb onto the hood of the van, climb up over onto the roof, and then just hop over the fence.
I'm gonna do that, but it's gonna be a lot less graceful because I'm not that tall.
I'll catch you as you drop at the other side.
Thank you.
I was raised a gentleman. even though I didn't stay one.
No, sometimes the people raised with the best manners are the worst people, so your actions now are what matters.
Yeah, well, let's the power box is just over here. Let's just go and take a short detour via that. As you head round the corner, just don't fall in the pool. And try not to stand in the middle of the Zen garden. It'll make a lot of noise. All that
Ugh, all
crunching of
those
gravel.
freaking rocks. I don't know how that's supposed to be Zen, honestly. I hate that thing.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to get something from the rake-in, but I don't know. I don't get it. I'll start pulling a tool belt out and opening up the power box.
Let me know if you need me to hand you anything.
Could you just rest the tool belt on top of the power box for me, just so that I've got it available. And,
I'm gonna be holding it and look up at the power box that's like pretty high up and then go, I can just hold it.
okay. I'll start getting out the insulated clippers and the screwdriver and start prizing the box open, cutting a couple of wires.
Where'd you
Yeah, we
learn
should
this
be good.
stuff?
I'm a security expert.
You know, there's a lot of ways to learn about security.
Yeah. I guess you're kind of right with that. I'll put the clippers back in the belt. Yeah, I guess there's more than one way to cut a power lead.
I learned how to hotwire cars from friends in jail, so I always ask.
Yeah, maybe some of your friends know some of my friends.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, yeah, this ain't my first rodeo. I was trying to go legit, but yeah, life just keeps getting in the way, you know. Best laid plans and all that.
Yeah. Also, once you get out, you know, it's not a lot of opportunities besides the things that got you in. So
Yeah, I know that. So, what are you doing right now?
not
You look far
much.
too capable to just be hanging around on web forums.
Got laid off from the factory job. That's the only thing I managed to keep for a while. And,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe you got the skill set that maybe my business could use.
I'd
Who knows?
appreciate
If
it.
this thing goes well, maybe we can sort something out for you.
I'd like that. I cannot do waiting tables. I'm about to drop a coffee on another skinny bitch. And I can't go back to jail right now.
Okay, I'll pass you a Slim Jim and point to the conservatory door. You want to pop that lock?
Oh, yeah. I'll take it. Very confident.
Okay. We have effected an entry at the back of the premises.
Yeah, you were absolutely right. That was a remarkably easy lock to get through.
I'm just really good, okay? Okay. We want to head in?
Yeah. I'll just quickly take a look around, make sure that there's no real hazards before we go in.
No, watch out for that plant. It looks like it might still be alive. If you touch it, you will be in pain for days. Rachel thought it was funny.
I'll avoid the plant.
Yeah, the plant's looking good.
Sue, while they're going through the back, our Keys and I are going through the front at the same time, right?
Yeah. And Keys has a comprehensive knowledge of the security systems here, so yeah, feel free to describe what they are and how you're dealing with them.
Doc, you're muted, by the way.
Always happens. I'd say there's definitely some cameras facing on the outside that we know have been at least clipped for Morton to make sure that we can enter into the house. Small electronic pad on the door. Nothing super fancy to really like slow us down much. Just real quickly, just pop it open, rearrange a few wires, and we are in, as they say.
It's pretty fast.
I'm good at what I do.
A man like me can appreciate talent, at the very least. Oh, Sue, what do we see when we walk into the front room? Because I assume it takes us like 20 seconds to get in.
Yeah. So the first thing that will hit all of you when you go inside is the smell. It's furniture polish with something floral cutting through it.
That's weird.
Is that a smell that we could potentially recognize? Or do we make a perception roll?
It just smells like flowers.
Is that what they usually use to clean up after
a florist, then, well, you know that smell.
I guess they cleaned it up.
Yeah, a lot of these well-to-do families, they'll hire somebody who's a cleaner, and not in my way of cleaning. The idea is it keeps up appearances, even though they know no one's going to be in the house. It's always struck me as odd, like stuffing a mannequin full of flowers and thinking it brings it to life. Just sort of try to make it look like it didn't happen. Winds up making the whole place feel a lot more sterile.
I mean, it's going to be a hard time to find something in here.
If you're a golden retriever and you're doing it by smell, then yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, somebody came through and cleaned everything up. Whatever we would find, whatever your totally honest cops would have found in this investigation is probably gone by now.
Well, that's the thing about rich families like this. The tendency to want to keep things buttoned up means that sometimes they'll cut corners, miss things they shouldn't.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, it's the arrogance.
I don't have a lot of positive opinions on cops actually doing their jobs in these kind of situations.
Makes two of us. Good for business on my end. Bad for everybody else. Check the fridge, Keith.
Sure.
They never fit. They never check the fridge. I never know why.
I'll make my way toward the kitchen area and look in the fridge to see if there's anything.
So you'll pass some bookshelves in the entrance hall. There's a lot of books that mostly seem to be about accounting. Nothing particularly interesting looking there. And you come through into the main living area, and you can see straight away this furniture is expensive. This is not IKEA. This is hand built. Some of it looks like antiques. There's a very large television on one wall, and opposite there is an enormous mirror.
No, go for it. Yeah, no, please, you.
I was going to say, so upon seeing the mirror, Keys is going to kind of avert his eyes and try to sidestep it a bit. But given the size, I don't know if that's possible. So you made it sound like it's a pretty big mirror.
Yeah, it's covering a fair amount of one wall. I don't think you're going to be able to avoid at least catching a glimpse of your reflection.
Rich people in their mirrors.
They don't call them vanities for no reason.
Would you like me to roll my disadvantage, Sue?
Yes, I would.
Had a feeling that was coming.
Great place to hide a camera is a mirror.
I was just say that's gonna be Calvin's first thing when I check it, but
I'm gonna try to shuffle past it as quickly as I can. If you look like you're going to the mirror, I'm gonna just kind of head down and try to get out of the sight of the mirror.
You're right over there.
Just for a moment, as you're walking past, you think your reflection isn't quite your reflection. It's not quite moving in time with your movements.
Keys.
Then it's out of your view.
Keys, you all right?
Just saw something weird. Sorry, didn't.
No, it's all right. What'd you see?
Didn't sleep much last night. Yeah, I'll be fine. Just something weird in the mirror, maybe. And as you say this, like you notice he's intentionally averting his face toward the mirror itself. Maybe maybe there's something behind it. I don't know. And he's trying to shuffle off.
There's a good way to see if it's a two-way mirror. So Calvin's going to do the trick with the two-way mirror, where if you put an object up close to it, the reflection warps. Which is how you check if it's a real two-way mirror. Is it a two-way mirror? Does it look like a mirror, but it's really a window from another place?
No, it is a completely normal mirror.
Oh, geez. I don't know what you saw that spooked you so much, but this looks legit.
Sure, yeah, it's legit. Yeah.
Are Ophelia and Wilson in the house now at this point? So
yeah. So where were you two going in?
We would have got in by the conservatory, which would be on the back near the dining room. So we're pretty much in about the same sort of place now. As they round the corner, we're sort of heading towards the kitchen as they are.
Yeah, you'll catch up just as you're getting towards the kitchen.
We're gonna head up. We're gonna head upstairs. You guys see anything yet?
Window's a little odd. Cleaner's already been here, which is to be expected.
Yeah, you can see the source of the smell of flowers now. There's a vase on the dining table.
What kind of flowers?
Roses.
Are they fresh?
Yeah.
That's a little odd for a cleaner. Can I look at the vase? Do I recognize it?
Yeah, it's definitely something from your family. You know your grandmother owned this and it got passed on to Rachel.
This is Rachel's vase. I guess the cleaners might have put flowers.
Yeah,
it's
but these
weird.
have been put in there recently.
Yeah.
Seems been a couple of weeks since the events, so any flowers that were here at the time would be dead by now.
Somebody's watering them.
I mean, even with watering, if they were from the funeral, they were from the funeral.
But flowers that ain't gonna last that long.
And they're perfect. They don't look like they've been sitting in water for a couple of weeks.
No, they look fresh.
Maybe someone's come in and replaced them.
We're gonna head upstairs. These flowers are weird, though.
These flowers are real weird.
As we're heading up the stairs, I'm going to start pulling out a little tactical flashlight, which has got a filter, color filter on it. I'll just start checking the stairs to see if there's any footprints or anything that are not visible but would come up under UV light.
When I'm walking behind him, I'm gonna look at the paintings and the hangings on the wall and see if there's anything that seems out of place. I'm not expecting a lot of cleaners have been through here, but just trying to keep an eye out.
So, Martin, do you want to give me an investigate
roll? The house been completely cleaned after the crime?
Sorry, Sue, who did you want to roll?
Martin.
Okay, yeah, investigate.
Yep.
Oh.
So I got a success.
Yep.
Yes, 2.
So as you're shining your torch around, it dawns on you that these stairs look brand new. Looks like someone has very recently been in and replaced all of the stair boards.
It looks like the entire house has been sanitized. I'll explain to Ophelia that these are new stair boards.
That
All these treads have been replaced.
doesn't make sense, though. They weren't killed on the stairs, and they were wrapped in plastic. I don't...
Yeah, but there must have been evidence or something. Someone's done a really good job of cleaning up. Same with the new
Replacing
flowers.
stairs, that's above and beyond.
Completely above and beyond. But hey, when you've got money, I suppose anything goes.
It's true. Hard to explain why you're getting all new stairs in a dead person's house, though, isn't it?
What I'm more worried about is I've been watching the feed on the cameras from next door for a few days. I haven't seen any workmen or anything coming in, so to do this kind of job, they must have come in whilst the police were here or in the middle of someone else's being in the premises. I didn't see any workmen specifically come in for this.
And it's not like a one-person job to replace a bunch of stairs. Well, I guess maybe. I don't know. This with the flowers is freaking me out a little.
Or there's another way in and out of the house.
Suppose that's possible.
Depends on when it was built. Some of these places were bomb shelters in the 50s.
Yeah, maybe.
Kid Keys.
Yep.
Are you guys gonna check, see if there's a basement then?
I'm going to check to see if there's a basement, but I think we might make use of our hacktivist over here.
What you need? And he'll
Blueprints?
swing his laptop bag around to the front.
Blueprints for the building? Civic
Done.
codes?
Done. I'll pull out the laptop and start just tapping away at that.
While he's doing that, anyone want to go to a spooky basement with me?
Should we be sticking together and not splitting up? Like maybe we could do the upstairs together and then the downstairs or the basement first. Just maybe as a group.
I think we should work our way down.
Fine, sticking together. Doesn't seem like a bad call. I'd hate to wind up getting the bad end of a Scooby-Doo episode.
Start with their bedroom, the office upstairs, and then go from there.
Like it. Work our way down.
So
It's this way.
I'm more familiar from the outside of the premises, but is the office that way and the master bedroom's that way?
Master bedroom, office, second office, but nobody really used that one.
I'll just turn the laptop around with the blueprints that I had for the map. Here.
Do you see like a basement or an access?
Do these blueprints look strange to you? Like the building that's here, that one that we're in, and the one that's being presented are two different sizes.
Lean over and have a look at the plan. That's next door.
Yeah, but the address, according to the Civic building, says that this is our address. That's what I mean.
No. This is next door's property. I fitted the cameras here, and here.
And that's what I'm saying. Somebody tinkered with the schematics. So we're looking at the neighbor's house.
Yep.
We're in completely uncharted territory, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
We are definitely sticking together.
Feeling bad about turning down that gun now?
No.
At least you're honest.
Someone didn't want us to find the blueprints for this house. That's probably, you know what it is? I bet it's some of your cop friends trying to just make sure somebody like me can't figure this shit out.
No. There's no.
Oh, you're right. They're
here.
not smart enough to do that.
You're not wrong.
I mean, it could just
maybe
be they didn't want to pay for permits and just did stuff to the building that, that HOA would have killed them for, but
It could just be a security thing. I mean, any guy like me can get hold of blueprints and case a joint.
Look
HOAs
what
are
happened to them.
HOAs are cheap. And most rich people I know will incorporate their house, hide the address through an LLC, get an appraiser to come in and write off every square goddamn inch as a tax write-off. So you're telling me somebody went through to make sure the entire City Hall database is incorrect, ported into the wrong location, hid what could be a very valuable tax write-off, and a very simple bribe to do what exactly? No. They're doing this to shield something that is in this location that they don't want anyone to know about.
I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be simple.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was going to be 6 layers of spook.
Okay. I'm going to lead the way into the bedroom and like take a real deep breath before I walk in. Rachel's closet, Mike's closet, bathroom's that way. I don't know what we're looking for, but we might find something here.
Calvin's going to put on a pair of rubber gloves.
Yeah, Ophelia, as you walk into that room, straight away you can smell Rachel's very familiar perfume in the air.
Tell Ophelia that she's got a pair of disposable gloves in the pockets of the coverall.
I'm going to pause for a second, like I didn't hear you. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Why does it still smell like her? It's been 2 months. Can't you smell that?
Into the carpet. Yeah. It's a floral smell. Maybe she spilt a bottle on the carpet.
I don't think so. That shit was expensive. She 100% would have been bitching to me if she spilled a whole bottle. It's never been this intense. It's been 2 months. What's going on?
Hey, Keys. While we're looking through closets, can you do me a huge favor?
I can try.
Can you cross-reference any criminal or domestic complaints that are tied to this address or close to this address over the last 50 years?
50 years, all right.
I want 50. I want to be thorough. See, while he's doing that, do I find anything in the closets that I'm looking through?
Mostly you're finding clothes. It looks like pretty much all of the victim's personal belongings are still here. You're seeing the very sharp suits that Mike used to wear. You're finding Rachel's designer clothing.
That's weird. I honestly figured the cousins would be picking over her stuff. She's always had good style and they've been jealous. They're like fucking velociraptors usually after someone dies.
Yeah, they should have been returned to the family. Usually personal affects like this that aren't a part of the criminal investigation do get returned to the family. So why these ones aren't?
And my family, the cousins are not above paying someone to break into a house to steal a designer purse. Let's just be honest.
Birkin bags, Versace, Gucci, Hermes.
This is a fortune. I know we're in a nicer neighborhood, but
no, that's $150,000 in 3 handbags alone. The dresses are probably another 60, 70 grand each.
I mean, it was on TMZ that they got murdered. People know that this house is empty.
The jewelry box looks like it's full too.
They have a safe.
All my clients did.
It's behind that painting by the mirror.
Yeah, but that's probably the show safe. Have they got something that they used besides that? Usually documents and things are not just in the show safe.
It's in the office.
Okay. I'll have a look at that one first. I'll walk into the office and start pulling out a little sort of toolkit that will allow me to try and gain access to the safe.
Keys, you find anything?
To roll anything for breaking and entering the safe suit?
Yep. I think you've got a relevant advantage there.
Yeah. And it's a success with complications.
So you get 2 options, one of which is opening a safe in under 2 minutes.
Yep.
So I assume you're going to take that one.
I'll definitely take that one, yeah.
And you can hold on to the other one for if and when you want it.
Yeah. I'll do that, please.
Keys, what the search turn up?
So do you want me to roll my advantage for looking for police records and things like that?
Yep.
Bad feeling. Oh no. That's not good.
Oh, that's cool though. So someone found out when you're snooping around. Oh, that's
Is he
great.
okay?
And you notice, like, for the first time since you've seen him, he looks rattled. There's a weird firewall or something, and just starts trying to type faster, but clearly is not making progress at his goal.
Shit. Is that going to trigger something? Are people going to know we're here?
I'm trying to cover it up. Just give me 1 second. Just like the
Wait,
one hand goes up.
Have you been hacked? Have you been hacked?
I don't just both of you just shut up and
goddamn irony.
There's some sort of irony for that.
Yeah, Keys, the screen of your laptop suddenly goes black, and you're faced with your own reflection in the screen.
That was cold, Sue.
Oh, chef's kiss.
Oh, goddamn. The hits just keep coming.
Oh, shit.
And they don't stop coming, 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 and they don't stop coming.
Keys will slam his laptop screen almost too hard to try to just not see what he's, because with the screen going blank, just and slams it shut.
There's Valium in the bathroom if you want some.
Give me a keep it together roll.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Let's give the unstable hacker Valium.
I mean, you could take like 12, but
I am going to go with the scared, if you're all right with that, Sue.
Yep.
And I'll turn to Ophelia. Yeah, maybe. You said they're upstairs?
they're in the bathroom. I'll grab you some.
Thanks.
Is it the same in the bathroom? Like their toiletries, everything seems almost exactly like nothing has been touched.
Yeah, it looks immaculate. There are large pillar candles still placed around the bath. You can see a little box of rose petals.
Guys, there's rose petals in here. Fresh ones.
Good for them. Maybe somebody's just in the tele. Maybe somebody's just fucking around in here in more ways than one.
I'm gonna produce a cigarette from my pocket and light it and pass it to Keys.
I'm gonna give him a Valium.
Keys will just dry swallow the Valium.
Valium and a
A
cigarette.
couple of Zoloft from a Pez dispenser and pass them over.
So what were you passing there?
Just a couple of Zoloft.
Yeah, Keys will take them. He's not looking. He's looking rattled from what happened on the computer. It's just I can't be. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's kind of just we'll get it later. Just let's get what we came here to get.
Maybe if you hit something, maybe we should check out and see if there is a basement. And I want to look at those flowers again.
Martin, the smell of cigarette smoke is filling your nose.
Yeah, that's going to trigger my phobia.
Yeah, and you all keep it together.
It's dominoes.
Although I succeed. I did. I succeeded, but with a complication. So I think my complication is that I'm going to become very distracted.
Valium and Zolofts and cigarettes. Oh my.
It's breakfast, okay?
Breakfast of champions.
Oh, please. That's a baby dose. He's fine. We better get downstairs, figure out this basement situation.
Martin, are you good to stay up here with keys and do the safe while I go check out the basement with Ophelia?
One's done. I'll do the other one. Yeah, no.
You good, Limey?
Yeah, just you get out of it.
I'm gonna pass Martin a couple Valium too, just in case. And then I'm gonna walk downstairs.
Good Lord. I'm going with her.
When we're passing the flowers, I'm gonna look at them again. Something's going on there. I don't know, but if we trip something, I don't got a lot of time, but definitely taking another look before we head to where do you think the basement would be?
Well, this is a fashionable place, and as much as he was kind of a ponce, Mike always did like to brag about stuff.
The cars.
The cars, the houses, my clients. But if I know Mike, and I do, I'm going to go over to the bookshelf, Sue. I'm assuming there's a lot of dusty books and one book that is not dusty.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tilt it forward, and the bookshelf is going to slide. What an asshole. What a pretentious asshole.
You're not completely useless, at least.
Just thinking the same thing about you.
Let's go. I'm gonna pull my phone out with a flashlight to see, is there a light switch, anything like that, to turn on.
Schwartz is going to produce a small pocket mag light that's attached to, that usually looks like it would be attached to a handgun, but he's going to hold it in one hand.
Ophelia's going to flinch really hard at the bright light that's suddenly in her eyes, overreaction compared to typical, and be like, ugh, migraine.
Well,
keep walking ahead.
What do we see when we get into the basement, sir?
You see an enormous wine rack. Not just wine. There's a lot of different stuff down here. Someone has clearly been spending money.
Cognac, Dom Perignon.
Does anything look out of place? Everything was very, very clean upstairs. I'm assuming basement, it's basement level of clean.
Yeah, it's a lot dustier down here.
Is there anything that, what's the smell like?
A tiny bit musty.
Okay.
Are there footprints in the dust prints on the ground? That would be the first thing that Calvin looks for.
Yeah, they don't look particularly recent, but
can we follow them to see?
Yep. And it takes you around the back of one of the wine racks, and that's where you find the rack of network attached storage.
Before you even move, Ophelia, I'm going to just kind of stop you with my arm for a second. Walk in the footprints. Don't make new ones.
Thank you, soccer mom.
No, you were about to step right in there.
If you're good, put my foot somewhere.
Oh, don't worry, sweetie. If you're good, I'll take you after the game to get snow cones.
Maybe I do want that gun.
So we see network storage behind the wine racks. Is that it?
Yeah.
Network cables, that kind of stuff. Is this the information pub for the house?
Yep, there's network cables leading off it.
Oh, great. Where's the Valium hopped up hacker when I need him?
It's a baby dose. Chill, straight edge.
Ooh.
No, traditionally.
There's also an envelope down here.
Is the envelope addressed to anybody?
Yep.
Can we make out who it's addressed to?
Yeah, it says Calvin Schwartz.
Dude, what the fuck? Is it pristine, sitting somewhere? Is it wrinkled and tattered?
It looks pristine. Just been tucked in between two of the servers.
You want to explain that?
I would love to, and I can't. And I don't mean I don't want to. I mean, I have no idea what the fuck this is doing here.
Read it.
Calvin's going to produce maybe a little too effortlessly a switchblade from inside his jacket pocket and cut the letter open.
I'm not impressed.
What does the letter say?
There are two things in the envelope. There's a piece of paper.
Okay.
It says, "Please help me. I'm trapped. Robin."
Calvin drops the envelope and the knife.
And the other item is a small grey metal coin with a design on it that looks something like a candlestick.
I'm assuming I have to make a roll because things happened. By things, I mean Robin was brought up. Sue, I'm assuming yes,
Yep.
You'd like me to do that?
I'm gonna stoop to pick up the switchblade and the note, and I do the flippy thing and put it back in my pocket. And stand up. Who's Robin?
I rolled disadvantage. Let's do it. Success with complications. Ooh. Do I or do you pick the complication, Sue?
Yep, it means I get one hold to
Excellent.
mess with you later on.
Oh, very good.
There's something about that coin as well.
He's
You
gonna
just know, looking at it, that you're supposed to put it in your mouth.
he's gonna
I'm gonna grab your hand and try and stop you from doing that. Like, what are you doing?
Does she succeed? Does she stop me?
I think we need an act under pressure roll to see if you succeed
Fantastic.
in stopping him.
I love it.
You can
He's eating
hinder
the
this if
pizza.
you want.
I think Calvin is so out of it by the mere mention of Robin that I don't
I'm
think he would have the
Great at
ability
acting under pressure.
that he would have the ability to do it. Although, can I assist? I'm also very good at acting under pressure.
It's cool. I got a 4.
Yeah, you absolutely cannot grab that off him before he gets it into
Can
his
I
mouth.
attempt an act under
Yeah.
pressure as well?
I'm gonna picture I went to go for your wrist, but I'm not that strong and did absolutely nothing to stop. You freaking yelling about the Valiant, you just put a strange coin in your face. What the
Well,
hell?
no, Sue, can I make an act under pressure roll, or am I automatically putting it in my mouth?
You can make a keep it together roll to resist
Keep
doing
it
that.
together roll. Oh man, I can't use my coolness.
You're not that cool.
I mean, listen, I am Calvin Schwartz. I'm the coolest thing here.
The shade.
Success with complications.
Right, so you have a choice. You can either put it in your mouth or you can take one of those conditions.
I am going to take one of those conditions. I am going to become guilt-ridden. So it's going to go in my pocket. It's going to go, it's here, and then there's the force of will to just there on a brief moment.
What was that?
The knife, please. My knife,
Yeah.
please.
Hand it
You're
to him and the note. Mr. makes us explain everything. You want to talk about?
Robin was a client of mine. Was a client of mine.
I'm sorry. They're the one you lost, aren't they?
Yeah, it's my own fault. In my line of work, relationships are collateral, and collateral is dangerous. I let somebody get collateral one time. Didn't last that long. Not a whole lot of collateral left.
How long ago was that, Calvin? This letter's new.
She died with your cousin. It's all right. No sense moping about it. Doesn't do us any goddamn good.
It's okay to have an emotion. Can I see the coin?
Yeah, maybe it's better just for you to keep it. He just kind of slaps it in your palm.
When I look at it, like, is it familiar to me at all?
No, you've never seen one like it before.
We got to get Keys and Wilson down here. Those two have enough information tech. I'm more of a Chinatown detective, not really a cyber detective. So let's get the two of them down here and see if in between the Valium and the cigarette smoke, we can get them to do something.
So meanwhile, back upstairs, the two of you are going through safes, is that right?
Yeah, just having a look, see if there's anything of any interest in the safe.
Yeah, you find a few things. You find all the stuff you'd expect, the standard documents that you'd keep in safes. You find a whole second set of accounting books, which seem to be duplicates of the stuff you've already seen in the office. And you find an envelope. It just says Keys.
I'll pass it over to Dr. Keys.
Yes. Whatever. I'll tear open the envelope, kind of like muttering to myself through the Valium and the cigarette.
Yeah, inside you find a letter and a little metal coin with a design that looks kind of like a candlestick. And the letter says, "Bring me justice, Jenny." And you get that same feeling that you're supposed to put that coin in your mouth.
I'm first going to drop the letter. And I don't want to eat the coin, but would I roll my disadvantage first and then for a keep it together or act under pressure? What would you prefer as the GM?
Well, I've currently got enough hold on your disadvantage that I don't need you to roll that one.
Oh, thanks. That's a sentence that you'll love hearing.
It's so ominous.
I can hurt you enough.
Oh, you poor sad little man.
Would that be a keep it together or an act under pressure to not eat the coin?
It's keep it together.
I'm decent in that.
So you can choose to put the coin in your mouth or take a condition.
I want to take a condition. I'm going to take guilt-ridden because I mentally tell myself I couldn't bring Jenny the justice she needed. And what you kind of see this manifest, you see a single tear just roll down his cheek as he kind of tries to put the coin in his mouth and then stops and just, "I'm sorry, Jenny. I'm trying." I will check off that condition. And if Wilson isn't trying to stop me, I'm going to try to put the coin in my pocket.
I'll just watch him do that, and I'll pick the letter that he's dropped up and sort of hide it away. I'll put it in with the second set of accounts, and I'll chuck it in a holdall that I find.
We have like walked up to the main floor to try and call the guys down.
Yep.
I'm gonna walk over to the vase and then pick it up and throw it at the wall.
Right, there's a sound of splintering glass.
What was that?
Sorry,
Sounds like he was downstairs.
it just nothing makes sense. What the fuck are these
You okay
flowers
down
doing
there?
here? What is going on? Like, a letter? Calvin tried to eat a coin? Get down here, please. Please.
You'll hear me thundering down the stairs.
And Ophelia, you hear a voice just in the back of your head, and it whispers, "I liked that vase."
I'm gonna like look around like Rachel?
Feels. Hey. What are you seeing? What do you mean, Rachel? There's no one here, just you and me.
Can
And some-
I use my enhanced awareness?
Yep.
That's a success.
Is that a success we want?
I don't think there are successes we want in this game.
Not with Sue in the GM chair.
Yes, Ophelia. Suddenly you realise that this building, this isn't one place. This is 3 places, all overlaid over each other. There's the one you can see now, this luxurious house that smells of roses and floor polish. But then there's 2 other places, and one of them is a dark alleyway. It seems to be nighttime there, even though it's still morning here. And there's the smell of trash and rat urine. And then there's a 3rd place. And that one feels like a hospital. You recognise that smell of disinfectant. You're all too familiar with it. Bright lights.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to my knees and like do that lean forward where you're just trying to breathe. Fuck is going on here?
What did you see?
An alley, dark, nighttime. Ugh, it smells. Trash, urine, rats. A hospital. I know the hospital. Oh, I know the hospital. And Rachel. I could hear Rachel. What are we doing?
Is Wilson down the steps yet?
Yeah, I'm stood at the bottom of the stairs now.
Where's the hacker?
He's upstairs.
Yes, I did not follow Wilson down.
This is the network storage.
He's just found some weird letter that was addressed to him.
I'm gonna look
It
up
was
from where I'm on
hidden
the
in the
floor.
safe.
A letter? Was there a coin? Did he try and eat it?
Yeah. How did you know?
I'm gonna stand up. What? Calvin got one.
What the hell's going on? Why?
This isn't
Why
real.
would Keys
Is it
get
real?
a letter? He wasn't even part of the family or anything. He never knew them. He's one of the people off the forum, like me, like you. Well, no, you're family, aren't you?
Why an alley? I'm gonna go insane. I mean, the hospital makes sense, but why an alley?
What?
An alley at
What?
night.
An alley at no, it's definitely morning. I mean,
Not-
we're burning on towards lunch, but it's morning.
This is gonna sound a little weird and crazy, and I recognize that. We're here and we're not here. We're more than here. I don't. Never mind. Let's just go to the basement.
Definitely here.
Yeah, we're definitely here.
Wilson.
Let's just go.
Can you
Okay.
pull stuff off the network storage?
Yeah, sure. I mean, probably not as well as the kid, but hey,
I'll get the
should be easy
kid.
to do.
Fields, do you need anything else from here before we cut out?
No, no. I think if we can just pull out any data, and then I'm still quite freaked by that letter. So I think we should get out of here.
Yeah, no, we need to get out of here. Ophelia,
I'm
are
gonna
you
turn
good?
to Martin and say, "Who did you lose? Can you hear them?"
I'll sort of turn and be a little bit distracted and just sort of no one here. This isn't anything to do with me.
Okay. We're the only two that didn't get a letter.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, but then hey, nobody knows who I am. I'm just the security guy.
No one's ever just anything.
Sort of wink at her and walk towards the cellar.
Um, I'm going up to get the kid. I'm going up to get Hacker Man. How's he doing?
I'm just sitting there on the ground, just slowly passing the coin between my fingers now that Martin is gone.
Keys.
You ever wonder how when you get in somewhere you're not supposed to be, you realize they've been expecting you?
No.
It's weird, isn't it? That he's just he's just passing the coin across his knuckles. Somebody knew I'd be here.
Which is
They had to.
Which is why we're getting out. We got to get out, Keys.
You don't understand. The thing that knows I'm here doesn't. It's not something you've seen. You think that's just a mirror downstairs?
Keys, I
You
don't
think
know.
you think when you're alone in a room that it's just that you're the only person there? And I'll take the letter, I'll crumple it and throw it at him.
Look at
You
me,
think
Keys.
you think when somebody just sits there, they're the only person who can hear themselves or know what they're going through? Why the fuck is this coin here, huh? How did my sister leave me a note to bring her justice in this house? Fuck this house.
Sue, I'm gonna slap Keys across the face. Do you need me to roll violence?
I
don't know if
you're
I-
actually
for
trying to
violence.
hurt him.
I don't want to hurt him. I want to snap him out of it. If I wanted to hurt him, I wouldn't be slapping him. So whap. Does it snap him out of it? Is he looking? I smack him again. This time on this same cheek and then the other cheek in rapid succession, so it frazzles him. And then I take his head in both hands. Look at me.
He'll look at you.
Both eyes, son.
What?
I don't know your sister. I don't know anything, but you're not the only one that got this spooky ass letter. Now, I have been the only one in a room before, but it's because I killed the other people in that room. And I've been the only person in a room more times than I'd like to admit. And I know when we are out of our goddamn depth. Now, I don't know what's here. I don't know if it's Jesus Christ himself. I don't know if it's the Scooby-Doo monster of the week or an X-Files reject. And I don't give a shit. Right now, we are out of our depth. They knew we were coming. They know we are here. So we need to go somewhere else. And look at me, son. When you are in a foxhole, nothing else matters except for how to get out of the goddamn foxhole. So you and I are going to put one foot in front of the other like a Rudolph Christmas special. And we're going to get into that van with the shitty jumpsuits and we are going to get out of here. And then we will worry about your sister and my dead love and her dead family and whatever is going on with the British person. But right now, you and I have one job, son. We get out of here and we get out in one goddamn piece. Do you understand me?
I got one question for you.
Yeah.
Where's your coin?
Give it to Fields. Give me yours.
Alvin, you hear a voice in the back of your head. You recognize Robin's voice. She just says, "Don't leave me."
Oh, sweetheart.
Look, I know we just met, but isn't that a little forward?
He doesn't hear you. Here, I never wanted to. You were the one that left me.
I need your help.
The living need me a little bit more. Come on. Keys, let's go.
Upon hearing this, Keys is going to reach into his pocket, grab the coin, and pop it and try to pop it in his mouth. I say try because I feel like Calvin's gonna have something to say about it, but he's gonna pull it out, and seeing him just like saying this, just pops it in like a.
I have coolness under pressure. Can I stop him?
Forbidden crunchies.
You can try it, yeah.
I have coolness under pressure, baby. It's the one thing Calvin's good at.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Give me the forbidden Scooby snack.
Do I get to roll for anything on that, or is he just with that roll? Is he just stopping my hand from getting too close?
That's too good a roll for him to be able to.
Yeah,
stop him.
I figured it was worth a shot.
I'm going to take the coin. I'm going to take your hand in my hand, and for the first time, you realize there's a lot more calluses on the dude in Los Angeles' hand than there should be. And you might as well be trying to squirm your way out of a brick wall.
Let me go.
The last time I let somebody go, they wound up dead with 45 stab wounds and wrapped in plastic.
I don't understand.
I don't have to, son. That's the beautiful part about being human. You don't have to understand someone to love them anyway. Give me your goddamn coin.
And his hand just opens. Since you're holding his wrist, I'm just gonna. He just opens his hand.
Let's get you out of here. Let's get us out of here. And then, hey, when we get out of here, you could tell me all about your sister, and I'll tell you all about I'll tell you all about a woman named Robin. That's a deal.
We can get out of here, but you think they don't follow?
Oh, I'm counting on it. But then I get to choose the battleground for once.
You can try. They're everywhere.
All right, I'm gonna try to take him downstairs to rejoin everybody else then. God, I love you, Doc. That was freaking cool. That was so much fun, dude. That was so cool, buddy.
Yeah. I'm standing above the base, just like looking at the broken pieces as the water spreads everywhere. Why an alley? Martin. What's going on? Oh, you're muted.
Bates, you're muted.
Sorry. I'm stood at the top of the cellar stairs here, and I've got no goddamn idea. This house isn't even meant to have a basement according to the blueprints. We've got safes that we're not supposed to have. We got flowers we're not supposed to have. Got a goddamn new staircase. What the hell is happening here? Look, let's just get this data and get out of here.
You look rough. You okay?
Yeah, I just ever since the cigarette first thing this morning, I've just been a little bit distracted.
Can I pull out like a scented chapstick or something like that and hand it to him and say, put it in your nostrils. You won't smell it as much.
I'll just dab a little bit under my nose. Okay, that helps. Thanks. That really helps. Okay. Did Keys leave his laptop down here, or did it go with him? If
He
not,
left it.
I've got a tablet.
He left it.
Okay, I'll grab his laptop and then I'll head down into the cellar.
Wait, let's wait for them. I know it doesn't make sense, but we're here and we're other places, and I would just like it if we were all in the same place while we were also in other places. Let's just wait for them.
Okay, I'll just stand at the top of the stairs. Just got the laptop and just sort of half looking down into the darkness, half stood looking out. Let's see.
Keys, Calvin, you come in?
And for a brief moment, you don't quite hear the two of us. And then you just hear Keys. Sure, why not? And he'll start walking down. He'll try to like pull his wrist free from Calvin and just start walking down the stairs back down to where everybody else is.
I'm gonna show or lead Martin down into the basement and then show him the footprints. I'm not walking in them because I don't care anymore about the dust. Clearly they know we're here. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the shortest route. As I get into the cellar, is it a damp cellar by any chance?
No, it's very dry.
Okay, so it's possibly going to have that kind of dust that I'm going to probably start to get a bit of a sense memory from something. So yeah, it's going to not help with my distraction. I'm going to walk over to where the cables are, but as I'm looking around, I'm checking to see if there's anything that is flammable.
Well, some of these bottles of alcohol if someone happened to break them.
Yeah, that's what I'm not quite happy about. I'm gonna just try and not knock any of the bottles over. If I get close to one, I'm gonna try and steady it and just make sure that it's definitely in the rack before I move away.
Martin, you okay?
Yeah, just I just don't like cellars. Had an incident in the cellar once.
Like they made this house to haunt us. Trauma triggers 101.
Yeah, I get that feeling.
So
I'll
what did
start
we do to
pulling
them?
some leads out and trying to see if I can connect the laptop.
What did we do to them? So set this up for us.
God, I don't know. I mean, I know the house. I know the house well, but this isn't the house I know. If that makes sense.
I just told you we were in 3 places at once. I think everything and nothing makes sense at the same time.
I've been watching this house for 2 years though. I know this house. God damn it! I've sat on the outside perimeter of this house. I've sat in the neighbor's house watching this house for 2 goddamn years, wanting to get in. Anyway, yeah, it's just not. It's not the right house. There's something wrong here.
There's a lot of something wrong here. I'm gonna pull the coin that I have from Calvin out. Calvin got this coin in his letter. I don't recognize the candlestick. He tried to eat it, but I don't feel anything when I pick it up.
I'll take the coin off her. And does it have any sort of feeling for me at all? Or?
No, just a metal coin of some kind.
As I flip it over and see the candlestick, though, I'll kind of do a bit of a double take and pass it straight back.
You recognized it. What is What does it mean, Martin?
It's a candle. I
Don't bullshit a bullshitter.
had an incident with a candle a couple of years back.
In a cellar.
Yes, in a goddamn cellar. In a
We're
cellar
all
full of
s-
flammable items.
We're all so fucked.
You don't even know the half of it.
I'm gonna walk around the rest of the cellar while he's putting cables in.
I'm going to try and concentrate in my distracted mentality of getting this data out of these servers.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
there's a lot of-
flipping the coin up and down.
Yeah, there's a lot of video footage on those servers. You guess it's probably from the internal surveillance system.
I'm going to try and not just download it, but I'm also going to see if at the same time I can stream it to an external server that I've got.
Okay.
So that way, if we lose the laptop, I'll explain to Ophelia. If we lose the laptop, at least we'll have the data. It's secure from the forum, so it's not going to hit anybody else. But at least we've all got a copy.
That's smart thinking.
Sue, at this
Yeah.
point, have I managed to get keys downstairs?
I think he was willingly going down. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
not like I didn't mean like I'm pulling him. Like I mean, of the two, have I been able to coax him downstairs
Yeah.
with the power of friendship? The real cults were the friends we made along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Like he's just walking down, like as you're trying to coax him, like he knows he's going. He's okay with it.
good. Yeah, I was gonna say, I once you're moving, I'm not gonna. Calvin wouldn't listen. Calvin just needs you to do something. He's not gonna. We're not gonna mince words about it after that. If you're doing what I need you to do.
Or say, as Keys gets to the bottom of the stairs, seeing the massive mirror in the living room, he's just gonna walk over to it and just punch it as hard as he can.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the mirror cracks. You see the lines running across the glass. But it doesn't actually shatter or anything. You just see your own reflection splinter into multiple parts. And then those parts seem to change. Skin starts turning black.
But keep it together, also.
Yep.
So you got enough on my disadvantage. Oh, Jesus Christ. The dice
Keys.
hate me today.
Poor Keys
Seriously.
is just falling apart.
We are rolling so well.
Oh, boy. So,
I'm going to go for emotional trauma on this one. So lose 2 stability.
Yeah, I figured that'd be the case. Thank God it wasn't 4.
Because you know that that's your sister's face you're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's her
As soon
skin
as you,
charring and blackening in the mirror.
as sort of an unconscious reaction to that, Key's just going to start punching the mirror harder, trying to destroy that image.
Ophelia, you're still down in the basement taking a look around. You hear the sound of a breaking mirror from upstairs.
Yeah, I'm just with him
But at the
watching
same
this.
time, you spot an envelope lying on one of the wine racks. You could swear it wasn't there before, but it's there now. And it's got your name on it.
I'm just gonna say, like, very quietly, so Martin won't hear me. Like, Rachel, is that you? As I walk to pick it up.
As you pick up the envelope, you just hear in the back of your head, yes.
Can I walk over to Martin before I open it? Or is it like I picked it up, I gotta open it?
You can walk over.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over. Martin, I need a second.
Yeah, sure. What's up? What
no.
the hell's that?
It's found it on my second pass. Definitely totally missed a bright white envelope just sitting eye level on a shelf. Totally normal thing to do. I'm gonna probably try and put this coin in my mouth. I would prefer if you stop me.
Let's try and snatch the letter from her, and I'll rip it open and I'll tip the coin out and then pass her the letter back. But I'll hold on to the coin.
Thank you. And I look at the letter.
While she's distracted and reading the letter, I'm just going to check the coin to see if it's got a candlestick on it.
It does have a candlestick.
Oh,
And the letter reads, "Avenge my death, Rachel."
I'm gonna crumple it and just say, I'm trying. And shove it in the pocket. And then I'm rocking a little bit on my feet, front to back. Where are these coming from? Martin, I walked all the way around and it wasn't until the second one. No one's down here but you and I.
So those of you who aren't currently in the basement, at that moment you hear another sound. It's the sound of a key turning in the lock of the front door. And that is where we will take our break.
Love it.
Oh,
Love it,
Sue, you are
love it,
ice
Sue.
cold.
Love it.
Oh, Sue,
Oh,
I love and hate
God
you
damn.
so much right now.
Love it.
Oh,
When you started smiling, when I smashed the vase, I was
Fantastic.
like, fuck.
all right. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out through our break there as all of us on the cast here just took a moment to get some water, to sort of just take a breath of sorts, because I have a feeling we're just going to be picking this up and running nonstop for the rest of the stream. So, Sue, why don't you jump us back in here?
Yep, where we left off, we had, I think, two of you are in the basement. Ophelia had just found her own letter. And I think two of you were up on the ground level, and you just heard a key turning in the front door. What do you
Watching
do?
Keys just bash the living crap out of this mirror. And at this point, I love him enough. I'm like, you know what? He needs this. It's a bonding moment. It's a bonding moment for us.
Keys is not stopping until the glass is either not existent on the mirror anymore, or until he just, even physically, he's just constantly. But as soon as he hears that key, two more smacks, and then just goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh boy. I
told you they knew we were here.
Calvin's gonna strip the jumpsuit off and hurl it at Key. Get out. Get bathroom, closet, don't care. Figure it out.
And Keys is gonna take I'll take the jumpsuit and run toward the basement.
Calvin's gonna thumb through a Rolodex of fake IDs and produce a fake Los Angeles County police badge.
That tracks.
And then he's gonna open the door up to see who's there.
Right. There's a rather surprised-looking woman standing there as you've just pulled the door pretty much out of her hand. She's small, about 5'2", Latina. She's also wearing a jumpsuit. It's not lime green, it's navy blue. She's holding a bucket.
Apologies, ma'am. Can I help you with something? I flash the badge. Not like for long, just long enough that she sees LAPD, but not too long because, you know.
Oh, there wasn't supposed to be anyone here. I'm the cleaner. I've got to do the house.
I'm sorry. Precinct didn't get back to you? Son of a gun. I am going to strangle Sergeant Johnson when I get a hold of him. Listen, ma'am, I'm really sorry, but LA County PD should have been in touch with you about 3 weeks ago. We needed to do another sweep of the place. I'm sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Detective Johnston, not Johnson, who I will be strangling. Johnston. It's a common misconception. What'd you say your name was, ma'am?
I'm Talia.
Talia, thank you. Your last name?
There shouldn't be anyone here.
There shouldn't be anyone here cleaning. There are some elements of this crime scene that we would like to take another pass at. We're worried that
I have to do the cleaning.
He looks at Talia. Do I sense anything off about Talia, or does she just look like she's just like your regular run of the mill? Like, I'm so run down. These rich people are having me clean up a bunch of garbage. Like,
do you want to make a read a person roll?
I would love to make a read a person. Would love to do that. And I am in fact very good at reading people. I have advantage too, right? Whenever, no, that's not it. Whenever I realize an opponent's weakness, spot a way out. Oh, whenever I read a person, I may choose from these questions in addition to the usual one, so I can ask what they're afraid of or what's precious to them. Sorry, I knew there was something. I wanted to be sure. Yes, I'd love to read a person. Let's read Talia, shall we? That's an 11. That's a success with complications.
So you can ask one question.
Of you or of Talia?
You can ask one of the questions on that list.
Okay. Because I'm trying to figure out if she's sketchy or not, or if she's like a. Let's do this. Talia, you said your name was?
And she nods.
Talia, how long have you been doing cleaning for?
Well, years.
How long have you been with this house for, ma'am?
Pretty much from the start.
Oh, fantastic. Now, here's the thing. I'm sorry that my supervisors didn't make sure that this got over the goal line, and somebody is going to be read the riot act for it, but this is still technically an active crime scene with the LA County Police Department. So how could I get you to just give us, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, get things wrapped up in here, Tal, and then I can let you get inside. No muss, no fuss, no problems. He looks at her and now you seem like a real law-abiding citizen. I know you probably don't want any altercations with the law of any kind, right?
No, I just want to do my job. I have to clean the house.
Right. And I get close. Not too close, but close enough that she sees the size difference. She feels the power imbalance between a white man with a badge and someone who doesn't have one. I know you want to do your job, Tal, and I want to do my job. So how about you help me help you? 15, 20 minutes, and you do not have to worry a single thing about my department coming around and asking questions of a cleaning lady, her family members, about why she was interfering with an active police investigation. How about that?
I guess I could give you 15 minutes. I do need to come in and do the job.
I know you do.
Is that broken glass?
Tal? He kind of steps to block the doorway. 15 minutes. That'd be fantastic, ma'am. And you will have the gratitude of the Los Angeles Police Department. You would like that gratitude, wouldn't you, Tal?
And she gives you a smile that in no way reaches her eyes.
Fantastic. So we understand each other.
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll see you then.
Yeah, but I need to get to that broken glass. I'll see you. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I really appreciate it. And then he just slams the door shut. All right, people. He opens up the door up to the basement. Keys, Fields. Morton, we got to go. We got 15 minutes tops. Cleaning lady's here.
Cleaning lady? What? The place
Can't
is
you
clean.
hold her off?
Yeah, the place is clean. I don't think she's clean. I don't think it matters, but I do think she's working for the people. I don't think she knows too much. I do think she's working for the people. Okay? Don't know who she is. Don't know why she's here. But she does not appear to be anybody of any real importance, as in she doesn't appear to have anything knowledge of what's going on here. She is, however, working for the people who own this house. I have managed to buy us 15 minutes with a fake badge and the good old graces of the Los Angeles Police Department. You got about 15 minutes to get this whatever this is wrapped up and out the back, where we can't be seen by her. Do you understand me?
I'm gonna go to the bottom
Yeah,
of the
I
stairs.
get you, but 15 minutes is tight.
Calvin.
There's still a load of data here that we're trying to pull out.
Listen, 15 minutes or we have bigger
Calvin.
problems to worry about. What?
I found a letter on my second time walking in a circle around the basement.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
No one else was here.
No, I know.
Just Martin and I.
I know.
So whose footprints were those if whoever leaving the letter wasn't the one that left them?
You know what? I feel like a broken record. I don't know. I have no goddamn clue. Not a single goddamn fucking clue. You know what? At this point, I would rather be shoveling shit for a bunch of starlets who wound up in some cocaine orgy in a penthouse. I would rather
Good
be doing
times.
that right this. No, it's really not, because 90% of them can't hold their coke, and then someone has to clean up the offal and maybe wrap up some bodies. I'd rather be doing that right now than this. I don't know. I don't care. We have 15 minutes to get out of here before there are very real, very palpable, dressed in blue complications for all of us. I have no clue.
Did Robin die in an alley?
Robin died in here.
When?
I don't know.
Calvin, you hear Robin's voice again. And it just says, I'm not dead.
I don't even know if she's dead. My line of work, you deal with what you got right in front of you, and you use what you got. What I have in front of me are 3 people in a very illegal situation and a house cleaner.
You're hearing her, aren't you? I hear Rachel.
Great. So we're both crazy. Let's be crazy together, somewhere that isn't jail.
Rachel knows she's dead. She's saying, avenge me. And that she liked the vase. What is Robin saying?
Robin's saying that she's alive and that your cousin had shit taste in furniture.
That's fair.
Can we please, Fields, please get out of here?
I'm not much use right now. I'll come up.
Thank Christ. Martin, 10 minutes on the clock. How much can you get me, buddy?
I can get about 80% of all of the stuff, but
Then
it
80%
goes
is going to
by
be what we
years.
have. 80% is going to be what we have. Scrub the data that you can find from the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks.
We've
But
already got
prioritize
that. I
that.
can scrub that. That's fine. That's all
Good.
good.
Get the stuff
Martin,
that you
need a
need.
hand? Let me help Martin. I might be able to help him get something done faster.
There's
Fine.
not a lot of room down here.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
Stop knocking into me.
While they're doing that, I'm going to look for Fields. 'Cause she's
Yeah, I went up and I went to the conservatory.
God damn it. I almost knocked one of these bottles over. Last thing we need is to get bloody booze all over the floor.
There are worse things. Just move over. Let me
No,
try
there are
something
not
here.
worse things. There are not worse things than alcohol all over the floor.
And I'm going to try to push you off the side and like take over the laptop and just say something like, there's meetings, buddy. You can go to them. They're at the local churches. They'll help you out.
Yeah, churches are great for the living, but yeah, yeah, right. I'll throw the laptop in his general direction. It'll
And
probably only travel as far as the cable will let it, but
eh.
I'll...
So am I able to roll my advantage to try to extract more data?
Yep.
Let's try that.
While Matt's rolling, all I can picture
Yes!
is Morton winging the laptop and the cable stops it and it just flops and hits the ground.
Hell yeah, Matt. Or not
There we go,
21.
21.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah. Sexy rolling.
I'm not stable up here, but I can hack a computer like none other.
Spectacular.
So I'm just gonna try to get it, like basically get us all the data we can and scrub it as I go. Try to leave zero trace that we access the network at all.
Yeah, you leave no sign of your intrusion whatsoever.
Wonderful.
What is it you're hoping to find?
We're looking for the security footage from the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
See if there's any indication of people going in the basement, because they've been talking about there's footsteps down there or there's the footprints, and I'm also trying to see if there's anything about where I found the letter specifically.
Right, so most of the footage is pretty mundane stuff, just
Sure.
a stationary house. You do see several times Talia coming in.
Okay.
And, well, even though the house does seem to be spotless, she's getting out a mop, she's cleaning all the floors, polishing all the furniture, putting out fresh flowers.
That explains the
Doesn't
flowers.
go down to the basement.
I'm guessing there's probably not a camera in the basement.
No. She does come in at odd times of day. It seems to be on quite a weird schedule.
Okay. Is there any pattern to the schedule that I'm able to pick up on?
Not really. She doesn't leave it more than 3 days between cleanings.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a little more often than that.
Like there's something here, but I just can't put my finger on it. I will. I'll try to get downloaded all to the laptop and then try to pack up so we can get out of here before she comes back. Making a point that when I shut down the laptop to look away from it as I close it.
If Calvin comes up behind me in the conservatory, I'm not going to turn around. I'm just going to say, Martin can't do fire or cellars.
Martin can't do fire or cellars. Great.
Our triggers. That's what you're looking for, right?
I'm looking to know how you know I can hear Robin in my head.
I know what it looks like when someone is listening to something only they can hear. Spend enough time in a psych ward, it's pretty obvious.
Oh, fantastic. Psych ward, I have a drug hopped up hacker, and I have a cybersecurity expert who can't hold anything around smoke. This is great. It's just great. It's perfect.
Didn't have anything. My family just paid a lot of money for them to keep me there, keep me out of the way. I got bored, figured stuff out.
Yeah.
I know what it looks like when you're hearing something.
I know what it's like to fudge paperwork so people get sent places they shouldn't. Stay places they shouldn't. Rachel's dead, huh?
She says avenge me. You don't really avenge the living.
Fair enough. Robin says she's alive. What did you see? You said you saw stuff, places, things.
We're here, but we're all right. There's something off because we're also in an alley at night. It must be another time zone. I don't know. It felt like the same time, if that makes sense.
You recognize the place?
An alley with piss and rats.
Oh, you mentioned a hospital.
This place I was. I knew it. I recognized it.
Is it here in the city?
No.
Shit.
Gotta keep the trash outside.
It's outside the city.
Yeah.
All right. Probably play a couple of my contacts, get us away inside.
I mean, did I see it because I'd been there? Did I see it because it felt real?
You got a better idea?
No. I'm hearing my cousin's voice in my head. I'm finding a letter that I know wasn't there.
Yeah, and I'm dreaming of a woman I've never had more than 20 minutes with.
Sometimes you only need 20 minutes. I'm sorry that you lost her. I hope she is alive.
Well, if she is, I'll see about avenging the living. And if she isn't, it's pretty damn easy to avenge the dead. All right. Make sure that Keys and Morton get out in one piece. They're going to be falling behind you. I'm going to go out to the front, and I'm going to let Talia know that the Los Angeles Police Department is ever so grateful for her contributions to society. And if she turns out to be more, I'll offer her a smoke.
And then you hear Robin's voice again, and she says, she is more. She's the one keeping me here.
Robin, sweetheart, you gotta be a little bit more, a little more descriptive.
There's a door I can't open. She's the one holding it closed.
Fuck me.
Calvin?
Robin didn't know what I did. Not really. You meet enough people in this time and you think they're all bad, and then you meet one good one. And she didn't know what I did. I think I'm going to go hold a cleaning lady at gunpoint. All right. Well, this is great.
Calvin,
that was fantastic.
You want to explain that second part to me?
Robin says that she's locked, that the key is held by Talia. So I am going to intimidate or interrogate or instigate. I don't know what the goddamn shit I'm doing at this point.
There's 4 of us. And I have Valium.
Fuck it. Bring the fucking Valium.
Oh.
And 6 years in the French Foreign Legion, and this was not nearly as bad as this.
Try 2 years in a psych ward when you're saner than the doctors. Electric shock therapy. Not that fun.
Get a lot of mileage with jumper cables if you ever want to, do the redneck version of it.
Oh, I don't know that I can get that close to them, but if I ever get into money, I'll pay you to have a good time.
He looks at her. No, sweetheart, you and I both know you can't afford me.
Classy as ever, Calvin.
It's my brand. All right, so are we going to be inside? All right, change of game plans. Morton, you got more time. Keys, you got more time.
We're going to drug the cleaning lady.
Yes, we are. Ophelia, can you please... Actually, he tosses you... not tosses you. Can you go up to your cousin's closet, put something on that looks business womany, business casual. You need to look like a beat detective.
Okay.
Thank you. You look like you came out of a goth rave. She's not going to buy that you're my partner.
Goths can be cops too. Ew, I don't like that I just said that.
Oh, goth camps.
I'm about to go upstairs and change.
Thank you. I'm going to open the door. Is Talia still there, Sue?
Yep, she is sitting on the doorstep.
Tal, thank you ever so much, sweetheart, for waiting out here for us. I really appreciate it.
Are you done? Can I come in and clean
So,
that broken glass?
yeah, Tal, why don't you come on in, actually?
Yeah, she jumps up, comes inside.
The second she's inside, Calvin is going to close the door and lock it behind her. You know, Tal, before we you deal with those glass shards, I think there's a couple questions I'd like to ask you. And I'd love to know what's going on with Keys and Morton down in the basement, because it's been too long, and it's too long and too quiet, and I want to know what's happening with them.
Yep. So what are you up to down there?
Well, I'm trying not to knock over any bottles at this precise moment, so I think I'm going to head up out of the cellar. And I've still got the coin from Ophelia, so I'm going to just have another check at that, and just because I still can't believe that there's a candlestick on the coins. And just have another look at that as I get to the top of the stairs.
Yeah, it's quite a stylized candlestick, but that is the shape.
Does this remind me of something? Is it a very familiar candlestick?
No, it isn't. It's not
Okay.
that candlestick.
Okay, it's just a coincidence. Okay, so I'll put it in my pocket and I'll start to walk towards where the cleaner and the cop are currently stood. I'm gonna have a look to see if there's anything that we can use to restrain her should we need to. I'm gonna see if there's any tiebacks on the curtains, or if there's any loose cabling or anything that we could pick up.
Yeah, there are both of those things.
Okay, I'll grab a couple of items behind my back as I walk round and circle around the back of the cleaner. I'll make it so that Calvin can see that I've got them behind my back.
Yeah, we need Morton.
Yeah, officer, I can't remember your name. I'm almost done with the resetting the security system.
And the forensic analysis.
Yeah, the forensic guy's still down there, but the security system will be done in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe.
Fantastic. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you want to head down,
that you want me to help you with?
no. Why don't you head back down into the basement? We're going to take a couple minutes to talk to Talia. What did you say your last name was?
Ramirez.
To Miss Ramirez here.
Okay, I kind of need to head out to the van.
Fantastic. You know, why don't you do that? You and I will catch up at the station.
Yeah, okay. I'll head out the towards the front door, and then
I'm gonna walk down the stairs, and I have like a white sleeveless blouse and black trousers or something like that. And then you can see I have Lichtenberg scars going down like my shoulder on one side, and that were covered up by my sweater before.
Martin, on your way out to the door, I'm going to stop you really quick. I'm going to whisper.
Yep.
Can you monitor what's going on in the house from the van?
Yeah, sure.
Keep an eye on things.
Yep,
I had a feeling this cleaning lady and everything she seems, and if I need backup, I need backup.
Yeah, I get that. I've got something in the van if it's needed.
Martin.
Yeah.
It's needed.
Shit. Yeah, okay.
If you need to come in heavy, you come in heavy.
Yeah, okay.
We can clean up the rest of it later.
Somewhere there's my my tool belt. There are zip ties if you need them, and pliers.
Okay.
Just in case.
But I'm serious. First sign of trouble, you come in on.
Yeah. Okay. I'll walk through the door and dash to the van.
Talia, thank you so much. Now, have a seat, please.
Yeah, she sits down a bit reluctantly. She's still
Thank you.
clutching onto a mop.
Thank you so much. How long you said you've been the housekeeper here?
Oh, a few years.
And over that time, certainly you must have gained access to plenty of the rooms here in the house.
Of course, I clean everywhere except the basement.
Fantastic. Would you be willing to show us the places that you clean, particularly any of the sections that have locks on them?
Yeah, I can show you around, but I do need to clean the place.
Where's your key?
You're pretty insistent on doing something. I've worked cleaning jobs before. If someone told me to leave off, I'd split. I'd get coffee. I'd chill. Why do you care so much? I like cross my arms. I'm like trying to be a condescending cop. I don't know. Ophelia's like, this is an attitude, right?
It's my job. I've got to keep the house nice.
Already plenty nice, minus the glass, which seemed to have shattered before we got here.
I used enhance awareness on a person.
It's more of a place thing than
okay.
people, but
Can I do intuition again, please? Am I read a person on her?
Yep.
Fantastic. Because there is another question I would like to ask. It is a 13, so success with complications yet again, which I will take. For the complication, is that again, Sue? I'm sorry, this is my ignorance of the system. That's you're going to pick a complication for me, correct? At some point.
The complication is that you only get one question.
It's fine. What a great complication. God, I love that. I'm going to use my edge on my extortionist intuition facet of my character.
Right, I think I might.
So I get to ask, what are you afraid of and what's precious to you? And I'm going to lean forward and I'm going to make eye contact and I'm going to ask, Miss Ramirez, what are you so afraid of right now?
And she looks back at you and says, I'm afraid I won't be able to keep the house right.
Why are you afraid of keeping the house wrong?
Bad things happened in this house.
Like what?
Like the murders.
You're not afraid of the murders, though, are you, Talia? Because those people are gone, and you're afraid of somebody that's still around, or something that's still around. So I'm going to ask you again, Miss Ramirez, what are you afraid of?
And I'm going to walk up and I saw what pocket Calvin put the switchblade in and pull it out of his pocket and flip it out and hold it to her while he's asking that.
Actually, do you give me a what is it? Give me an influence other roll.
Me or Ophelia?
Either of you can, I think. Ophelia's helping you here, so maybe you want to.
I don't know. I can
help.
I'll absolutely roll to help. I don't know what that does, but you got it. It will influence others.
I did a 11 success with complication.
Thank God, because I did not help at all. So we're just going to go with that one because I am just, I'm just here. I'm glad you got the switchblade because I'm glad I was not the one taking point on that, Jack. Sheesh.
So she looks a bit nervously at the knife, and she says, "Please don't use that. That would make it all go wrong."
Is blood what makes it go wrong, or the violence?
Or blood, or violence, or just the place being bad.
Who's paying you?
I don't know his name. He didn't tell me his name, but he runs a record business.
Talia?
What happens when things go wrong, Talia? Is that why my cousin got murdered? Is that why her husband got murdered? Is that why people are cleaning it up? Because as far as I'm concerned, you're helping them right now, and that makes me a little angry.
Something went wrong in this house. I'm just trying to clean up.
Talia.
I'm gonna step back and cut my hand with a switchblade and let it drip on the floor. Is this enough to make it go wrong?
And she gives a look of horror as the blood drips down. And can you make a see through the illusion roll?
"13, success with complications."
Yay, you see reality. And reality in this case is that Talia is not a small Latina cleaning woman at all. And she's not holding a mop. You see an angel. She's 6 foot tall, bronze skin and 6 huge wings. And that's a flaming sword in her hand.
I'm gonna take a step back.
You make a keep it together roll.
Then success with complication.
Right, so if you'd like to
I'm
choose
gonna
your condition,
become
and-
obsessed.
and then something else is going to happen as well.
Okay.
So the rest of you see Ophelia's blood drip onto the floor. You see a look of horror on Talia's face, and then Ophelia takes a step back and disappears.
What did you do to her?
She rapidly shakes her head. I didn't do anything. She's opening doors. The doors that should stay closed.
Doors. How do we get the doors open, Talia?
You mustn't open the doors.
How do I get the doors open? How do we get Ophelia back? How do I get Robin back?
I'm not telling you how to open the doors. The doors have to stay shut.
Talia, sweetheart, I'm not asking. You smoke?
She shakes her head.
Everybody in Los Angeles smokes. When I got into the business, I started realizing that a pack of cigarettes might as well be a master key. Get a lot of people invested. And so a lot of times when I'm asking someone what's up, I ask for a pack of smokes. I don't smoke. You don't smell nicotine on me, do you? There's no tobacco on my coat. So I don't smoke. And I've been in a couple situations where I've asked people, hey, can I have a smoke? They've got me dead to rights. See, I reach in, Talia, and I look like I'm going for the pack of cigarettes, and really I go for this. And I'm going to produce my edge to produce a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun. And I'm going to level it at Talia's face. No, I don't give a single rat fuck about doors or angels or bullshit. I don't care. But if blood is what opens that door, it's going to be yours. And I'm going to open your head up like a fucking canoe. Open the goddamn door.
She shakes her head. You're making
One.
a terrible mistake.
I've made fucking mistakes before. 1. 2.
She shakes her head. He grips the mop harder, and then she lashes out with it.
What do I need to roll?
Act under pressure.
Fantastic. That is a 14.
Okay, success with complications. So you see it coming, you jump back in time. Just the edge of that mop brushes against the front of your coat, which is now somehow on fire.
Oh no.
Continuing to act under pressure. Calvin smiles and he goes, "Yeah, I understand this. This I love." And I'm gonna just, because I still have the both barrels trained on her head, I'm letting them fly.
Right, give me a engaging combat roll.
A little bit of the ultra violence. That is an 11. So a success again with complications.
Right, so from now I'm going to cut back to Ophelia, who's currently somewhere else.
Bleeding, which is always good when you're somewhere else.
Yeah, Ophelia, you're back in that hospital. And now you've got a good view of it. It's not quite the same as the one you remember. It's just this one long, long corridor with a door at each end and rows of beds. And only one of them is occupied. And it's occupied by Rachel.
I'm going to run to her immediately. Rachel.
Ophelia, is that you? You're
Rachel.
not supposed to be here.
What do you mean not supposed to be here? You're dead.
And you're still alive. You shouldn't be here.
Your house. We went to investigate. I maybe did a bad thing, but oh my God, you're okay. I'm gonna try and hug her.
Yeah, and she doesn't resist, but she has been strapped down to the bed.
Can I wipe the blood on my hand on the thing and try and undo her?
She seems pretty tightly tied in. I mean, you do have a knife on you that you could use to cut the bonds.
Can I work on that?
Yeah.
Is Mike here with you? Are you okay? Is he okay? Have you just been here?
Mike's not here. I don't know where he is. It's just me here. I think this is my punishment for failing you.
Failing? What are you talking about, Rachel? You're the only one that ever helped. You got me out of there.
I was too late. I should never have let them send you at all.
Trust me, you weren't too late. At least I was still alive. You know I've never blamed you.
I guess I've always blamed myself.
Well, stop being a stupid bitch.
I should have done more for you.
You got me out. Rachel, you saved me. I thought I was going to die in there. I thought I did die in there. It was like hell. And yeah, out here sucks too, but I'm free. I can walk around. God, you got me an apartment. You got me a job. You're the one bright spot in my life.
You know, that does help. I don't think they're going to like that.
Who is this they and why are they such bitches? I'm frantically, Rachel. Oh my God, Rachel. I was just crying as I try and gently cut and put my hand in between hers in the rope if I'm cutting so I won't hurt her. Who, you said Mike's not here. Has anybody, do you know who took you? There's an angel in your house?
An angel? I don't know. I just remember dying.
I'm sorry. I heard what they did.
It was one of Mike's clients.
I'll get him. I promise. If I get back. But you're coming back with me. I'm not leaving you.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if they'll let me leave.
Well, no one's here now. So let's get the fuck out of here while we can.
Right, and I will go back to the house. And you have just shot Talia in the head.
Yeah, how's Talia looking?
Better than you'd expect for someone who's just been shot in the head.
I figured.
Can I come running up the stairs at the sound of a gunshot?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
what
I
the
think
fuck?
I'll come storming in the front door again with either a pry bar or a shotgun, whichever one of the two you'll allow.
Oh, give him the shotgun. Give him the shotgun. Come on.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Just look up the stats for a shotgun. There we
I'm
are.
assuming it's not going to do me any good, but
The clearly my blasting her at point blank range has not caused her any harm.
It's done some damage.
Good.
You can see she's bleeding. She's still got a lot more of a face than you'd have expected under the circumstances.
See, that's the thing, isn't it? You frigid bitch. I knew it. He loads 2 more shotgun shells. I'm assuming Talia is still reeling, so he's gonna like load 2 more up and just pump 2 more into her, both barrels.
I want to pull the gun he gave me and say, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Just shoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot, all right, but it ain't gonna be a Talia.
Keys. For the love of all that is good and holy, this woman just ate double-aught buckshot to the face, and she's grinning. She's not human.
I'm gonna aim to shoot him in the leg, not to kill him, but I'm gonna try to just wing Cal and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Do you want to roll act under pressure since you're not aiming to hurt him?
Oh, of course. Let's see, act under pressure. That is going to be a 20.
Damn, Doc.
Now the dice like me. Would I also have to roll for engage in combat, or is that kind of rolled into the act under pressure?
Yeah, it's because you're not aiming to inflict any harm. It's a different roll.
I'm just like aiming for like just like not quite his thigh, but like because I would be aware I don't want to pop his femoral artery and just like have him bleed out on me, but I just want to like take him out to one leg because he just shot the cleaning lady twice in the face. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't care what she ate. You don't just fucking shoot some. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The cleaning lady's part of the people that knew we were going to be here, you idiot.
And Talia herself is shouting, you need to stop. I need to clean this up.
The people that knew you were here. The people that you said were waiting for you in that abandoned room, you psycho keyboard warrior.
You know, they don't fucking walk around. Why do you think I smashed the fucking mirror? Okay? These aren't people that just walk around and clean houses, okay?
Look at me, asshat. She just ate 4 barrels worth of lead and she's walking.
And I'm gonna
fucking eyes.
I am going to point the gun this time directly at his head and say, "Give me the fucking coin."
Choke on it. And I flick it at him.
And I'm going to do what I wanted to do before. I'm going to eat the coin.
Oh, god damn it.
What is Morton doing? Like, is Morton just coming in just like
No, Morton runs in, immediately sees a flaming sword and drops to his knees, dropping the shotgun, and starts just cradling his hand in his face, just weeping uncontrollably.
What happens when Doc bites the coin? I know that's not my thing to ask, but like, come on, I'm dying over here, dog.
I enjoy the choices I make.
Hey, so Keys, you find the coin seems to settle very comfortably under your tongue.
Ooh.
Fills your mouth with the taste of metal.
Mm.
And it feels good. You have this sudden sense of empowerment. And that letter is playing on your mind again. Suddenly you feel like you are very much in a position to get justice for your sister.
Do I have a particular
this
pull
guy
of how to
who's-
do that?
There's this guy who's just walked in who's clearly terrified of fire. Wonder why that might be.
Oh,
I'm going to turn the gun and say, Wilson, you're not gonna fucking lie to me right now.
I didn't mean to do any of it. I'm going to pull Ophelia's coin that I've still got from my pocket. I'm just going to hold it and look in front of me. It
What the
never
fuck
was
did
meant
you
to
do?
happen.
What the fuck did you do?
2 years ago, it was never meant to happen. It was an in and out job. Straight in, straight out. No mess. No trouble. She wasn't meant to be there.
What
She
trouble?
wasn't going to
You
work that
install
night.
security systems. What trouble could there be putting up some fucking cameras?
I'm going to just look up at him while still holding the coin up with a pleading look on my face and say, come on, you know what I did.
I
You know
want to
I'm
hear
not
you
just
say it. Say her name.
I went straight after she died. I promised for Jenny, for mine, for Katie as well. I had to go straight once after the fire. I oh, God damn it. God damn it all to hell. I didn't mean to set the fire. I knocked the candlestick. It fell over. It hit the broken bottle. The brandy just goddamn. Just look up at you.
Apologizing isn't going to bring her back.
Do you
Give me
not
one
think
reason why I
that?
shouldn't pull this fucking trigger right now.
Do it. Do me the favor for goddamn sake. 2 years of hell. 2 years of trying to make up for it. Goddamn. I thought if I could get all the clients on the area, I could do some good for once instead, but no, goddamn.
You don't deserve to die for her.
I don't deserve to do anything.
Do you know why I can't sleep at night? Do you know why every time I look in the mirror, I see her face? It's because of your fuck up. Okay? And now
Don't think I don't see my Katie either. I see
you had 2 years to do the right thing. Instead, you just let me go down this fucking rabbit hole to become what I've become. Do you think this is what I wanted for myself?
we don't get to choose the ending.
You're right. We don't. And I'm going to just walk out the door, taking the gun with me, and leaving Calvin just bleeding on the ground. I'm just going to walk out of the house.
While all this is happening, and I'm assuming the angel is distracted,
Yeah.
Calvin is going to crawl over to the pump action shotgun that Morton dropped.
Okay.
What is the angel doing while all this is going down? Because I'm assuming I'm able to get I got it right. Like I got the gun.
Yeah, she is just staring at them, muttering, "No, no, no. This can't happen. This can't happen. Not again."
Fuck me. Hey. You.
Yeah, well,
Martin, what do you see? What is that thing? What is happening here?
that thing in front of you, it's what I see is it's just a burning figure.
Can it understand you? Can it hear you?
I don't know. It it's Katie. I'm sure it's Katie. Um,
Calvin's going to prop himself up, leaning against one of the stainless steel fridges or maybe one of the designer couches and smearing it with the blood that's streaming from his thigh. What do you want? Not you, cleaning lady, you. Whatever's in there, what do you want?
Is this Talia you're talking to?
No, I'm talking to whatever's in Talia.
Right. I want this all to stop and the house to go back the way it was before all of this happened. That's my job. I was doing my job.
Talia, this you talking, or is that thing inside you the one saying this?
There's no thing inside me. This is just me.
I will leave. We will leave. We will never come back, but I need Robin back, and I need Ophelia back.
I can't. I'm not going to open that door.
Then let me just walk in and get them. Otherwise, there's going to be more blood and more problems. You will never see the end of this. Ever.
I can't do that. It's not want. It's can't. I can't open the door.
What do you need to open the door, Tal?
She gives you a kind of a blank look.
You said can't.
There's no way for me to do it. I'm not. That's not a thing I can do. It's not my place.
You can't let people in or out. Can you give me something from there?
No, not to that place. No, it's not my place.
Ophelia had my coin. I need the coin, Tal.
She shakes her head. It's the wrong place. I can't open that door.
Fuck me.
All I can do is hold it closed.
I'm so sorry, Tal. I really didn't want any of this. Do this any other way. He levels the barrel of the pump action shotgun in between Talia's forehead and he just lets it rip.
Yeah, there is the thunderous sound of the gunshot. And then the room is just a cloud of blood and feathers. Just for a few moments, and then you are standing in a hospital, in a very long corridor, full of beds. Just one of them is occupied. And Ophelia is standing next to it.
Feels.
Calvin, what are you doing here?
Feels.
Shit, you're bleeding.
Feels. It's time to go.
Fuck. Rachel's here.
Feels. It's time to go.
How close am I to getting Rachel untied?
You're just about there.
Feels.
I'm almost there.
Feels.
I'm gonna keep trying. I'm
She's-
not gonna leave her.
She's gone.
She's here. She's talking. She's fine.
Do I see Rachel in the bed, or is it something else that I see?
It is Rachel. And you also hear one of the doors at the end of the corridor open, and in walks Robin. Just the way you remember her that last time you saw her.
Hey. Hi, sweetheart. How we doing?
Yeah, she gives you a smile. She runs towards you.
Do I
So
see
her arms
Robin?
around you? Yep. And you also see Rachel's reaction.
Hey.
Rachel looks scared.
Rachel, what's wrong? Do you
That's
know her?
She's the one who did it.
Calvin, stop. Stay back.
What are you talking about?
She's the one that did it. Get away from him.
She's the one that did what?
Get away from him. Calvin, step back.
Robin, sweetheart, what is she talking about?
I can't leave Rachel until she's free, but I'm freaking out. She did it. It's her. You said you only knew her for 20 minutes.
I spent a real conversation with her for 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes alone in the back of a car. And I knew her. She was a client for 3 years.
Calvin,
Robin, what is she talking about?
And Robin gives you a very sad look. She says, you didn't know about what Mike was doing.
No, I didn't. I mean, other than the accounting.
wait, what?
You knew about the accounting.
Yeah.
He
3
took
million.
everything.
What?
Rachel, what?
Everything. Robin, what is she talking about? Robin, answer me.
He was my accountant. He took everything. There was nothing left. I went looking for help, and I found help.
Oh, no. What did you do? What happened? What did you do? Who did you go to? What did you do?
Well, they didn't tell me their names. They just told me they could help me get revenge.
What did they do to my cousin? To that house? What did they make it?
They gave me a coin.
For money? It was money and you had my cousin killed? I'm gonna start fucking walking towards Robin like I'm gonna hurt her.
Calvin gets in between you two.
Fuck off, Calvin!
I just killed a
She
woman.
did What?
Talia's dead.
She wasn't a woman, she's an angel.
Yeah, she's dead. Whatever she is, she's dead.
Damn. Fuck.
That's how I got here.
I'm still gonna be trying to go for Robin a little bit, like pushing against it.
I am so sick of being at the center of violence.
Well, step to the left and you won't be in the center anymore.
No. Feels.
Why are you here? If you caused this, why do you get to be here?
You're still alive. Robin is still alive.
Rachel's alive. She's right here.
He gestures down to his leg, to the blood coursing from his leg.
I've seen this kind of injury before, Feels.
Fuck, I'm gonna like rip part of my
Feels.
shirt off and try and tie it around his leg.
It's already done.
What?
I didn't make it. I'm not gonna make it.
You're still here. Rachel got
Feels.
stabbed and she's here.
Feels.
Don't you? What?
Feels.
What do you mean?
2 people get to go back.
I'm not taking her. We should do this.
Oh, life's not fair, kid. None of this shit's fair.
Rachel's right here.
And for the first time in his life, Calvin's going to do something actually selfless, and he's going to put one hand on Ophelia's shoulder. And she's not going to be alone, kid. I'll be right next to her. Courteous as always. I promise. Scout's honor.
Calvin. You stay here, they'll hurt you too.
I'm already gone, kid. It's better this way. I destroyed enough lives. I can maybe make it better for 2 lives instead.
It's gotta be a different way.
Kid, I opened up the head of an angel like a goddamn Christmas present. At this point, I think I'm well and truly fucked.
Couldn't have been that good of an angel anyway. I just bled a little bit and shit happened.
Be shocked at how much a slug can do.
I don't know how to get home. I don't know how to do this without her, without Rachel. She's gone and I fell apart. I can't leave her.
I don't know about getting you to finish the rest of it, but I do know there might be a way to get you home. And he's going to reach into Ophelia's pocket and he's going to give her his coin. I'll see you on the other side, kid.
Take care of her.
Of course. Take care of Robin for me. It wasn't your fault.
I know. She was really worth it.
Every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Okay.
And Robin shakes her head. I can't go back. Not that way. I made a deal. I kept my side.
What? I can't do this. You're still alive, Robin.
There's something else coming for me.
Isn't it better to go back with me then? It might take them longer to find you.
No. I'm already here. And then you'll become aware of the figure who has been here this whole time, but somehow you just didn't notice him there. Which is amazing, really, given that he's 8 feet tall. And he's wearing this crown of curved horns that makes him even taller. And you can see blood dripping down his chest from the many slashes across it, and a black robe wrapped around his waist.
Well, shit.
He reaches a hand out to Robin. And she leans forwards and spits out the coin that she had in her mouth, along with quite a lot of blood.
I'm going to pick up Robin's coin, and we're going to make eye contact. I'm assuming for the last time. I'll find a way to get you back out of this, I promise.
I'll be around.
He looks at Ophelia. You ready?
Yeah.
Guess the world's not done with me yet. Bottoms up, kid.
Oh wait, I don't have my coin.
No, you buy my coin. I have
Okay.
Robin's coin. You have my coin.
Cool.
Together, we make 2 coins for Chuck E. Cheese.
And you see Robin put her hand into this huge figure's hand, and the two of them are gone. And a moment later, all of you are back in the house, along with Rachel.
Rachel! I'm gonna run to her.
Yeah, she seems to be alive.
Hurry!
Oh,
Here! Calvin! Get your wound! I'm gonna run back and try
yeah,
and...
that'd be nice. I'd like that patched up at some point. The blood loss is starting to get to me.
Martin! Your shirt! Come on, help! And I'm like holding Rachel and dragging her to Calvin because I am not letting go of her.
Yeah, Martin, you've just seen people disappear and then reappear. And also, there are bloody feathers all over the place.
Hey, Morton. How you doing, buddy? Huh?
Yeah, I'm pretty much I'd already lost it anyway, so I'm just gonna start. Well, whilst I'm still on my knees, still with my head down, start pulling off my jacket and just throwing it, and just
Hey,
sitting there looking at the coin, just hyper fixating on the coin.
Martin, we gotta get out of here, man. This place is not a good place. Where's Keys at? Where's Keys at?
The Keys hasn't gone far from the house. He's just kind of like standing in the front of it, pacing on the yard.
Rachel, do you feel okay? Can you get us? Can you come out of the house?
I think I'm okay. I don't think I'm dead anymore.
That's very exciting. Can we leave,
Oh,
please,
this is
before
going
the
to
real
cause so
cops
much
show up?
paperwork.
Wait, what'd you say, Sam?
This is going to cause so much paperwork.
Make the fucking family pay for it, those assholes. And I'm gonna
I
get
could maybe use a hospital, but not that one.
no, not that one. I'm gonna try and get Calvin under one arm and Rachel take his other side. And then as we go by, I'm like trying to get Martin up too. You don't get to stay here. You offered me a job.
I'll snatch the coin up that was in front of me, put it in my pocket, and start opening the door, helping the 3 of them out. Really, I should be the one that stays behind and talks to the police, though. You guys should just get out of here and just leave.
Not with that look on your
I
face. You're
deserve
coming
it.
with us. I'm not leaving you alone. I've seen that look before too many times.
Yeah, but I deserve it.
Martin, you're doing better. We talked about this. It's what you do from now.
Okay. I'll slam the door behind me and start shifting everyone in towards the van.
Come on, Keys. And you can shoot me later. Again.
Easy, you want to get away from the house. Trust me. This is Rachel. She's not dead anymore.
What?
In the car.
We'll explain later. I shot an angel, and she's alive.
I'll open the side panel of the van and start helping Calvin in.
Get in the damn car, Keys.
I'll throw Ophelia the keys.
Keys is he'll stumble in sort of a daze. He's not sure what's quite going on up here at the moment. He shot a guy. He met the man who indirectly ruined his life. He'll just stumble to the van, I guess, kind of like, not because he's injured, but because his brain is going a mile a minute of what to do.
You and Rachel
he'll
get in the front of the van. There's room for 3 up there. Just you and Rachel get in the front of the van. I'll
Get the
look after
fucking car,
Calvin.
Martin. I'm not playing around. I got my cousin back. I'm not losing anybody else. Get in the goddamn car.
Martin, from one
Yeah.
very fucked up individual to another.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, buddy. Just get in the car.
Calvin, you're an asshole. I'll just slam the door shut when I get inside the van.
I love you too, buddy.
And nobody die while I drive very quickly. I'm like holding Rachel's hand again. Like, this is very unsafe, guys.
While we're driving and there's 3 very shell-shocked men in the back of this van, Calvin's going to look at Keys and he goes, "Hey, Keys. Gun, please. My gun, before you decide to shoot me again with it."
Do not give him a gun when he has that much blood loss.
I'm not going to shoot everybody. At this point, I'm more worried that Keys is going to finish that he started with me.
If you kill somebody, I will pull this van over.
Oh, it's fine. I just wish Keys was better at was as good at hacking as shooting his own friends in the leg.
Keys I'll hand you the gun and just kind of put like one hand, his head in one hand, kind of hunched over and just fucking Bel Air, man.
Fucking Bel Air.
Yeah.
Just as
Fucking
you've
Bel
handed
Air.
over the gun, you get this sudden urge to swallow. And
You
feel-
know, given the status of everything, he's not going to resist. He down goes the coin.
Yeah, it's funny how you didn't notice its razor sharp edges at the
Oh.
point you first saw it.
Oh God. Yep. Keys is going to start choking, assumedly, without sound effects, and spitting up blood as this razor sharp coin tries to make its way down his throat. And I'm going to go out on a limb and guess this isn't going to end well for him, Sue.
What's going on?
Yeah, this isn't going to end well. Can you make me an endure injury roll?
You know, of all the times I want to fail a roll, this one seems like a fun one to fail. Let's see.
Yeah.
I only have a 1.
I am going to give you a significant penalty on this.
But I rolled a 17, so
Okay, with
Hopefully
the
it's a-
penalty I'm applying, that will take it down to a success with complications.
okay. So I don't see the I gotta pull I don't have the sheet handy. What happens if it's a let's see, let's
Well,
go.
it means I get to pick something.
There we go. Okay, I rolled until I get popped up.
Right, you're getting a serious wound.
Oh, naturally. Yeah, that seems like the nicest thing you could have done with that.
So, yeah, I think at this point it's all down to Ophelia. Can you act under pressure to get him to a hospital before he dies?
Oh, the thing I'm very bad at. No.
Got. Oh no.
Right. So, as we end with you arriving at the emergency room,
I'm gonna like jump out of the car and just like get the doors to open and be like, "We need help, please!"
And I
And
want to
like
reach
run
over
back.
and like choking on this blood, just reach over and say, We don't get to pick the ending, even if it's one that we tried to pick. And I believe that's on me now. Am I correct, Sue? Is that
yep.
And that, friends of the Symphony, is where our show ends for the night. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined in and is watching live, watching the replay. You are indeed the best part of waking up. We appreciate you more than words can ever truly say. And again, if you enjoyed this content, please consider helping the Symphony make more by backing us on Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. We hope you enjoyed the Symphony, and we look forward to seeing you again. Have a wonderful night, and once more, before we empty out the auditorium, let's go around the table, cast, and just say who we are, where we can be found, and who our psychiatrists are going to be to send Sue the therapy bills for. So make sure I get the right order here. Let's start us off with Amy. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and all that.
I'm Amy Tate. I am a therapist. I will not be y'all's therapist, though. But seriously, take care of yourselves after. I am also the editor for Dorks, Kyle's company, and we have a Kickstarter that is going live on October 31st called You Have Always Lived in the Lighthouse. There will be links, or if you find dustandorks.org in the sidebar, it is a 2-player storytelling game. It's going to be really awesome. You see how Kyle plays. He's the one that makes the games, so go check it out.
Hi,
right.
I'm Kyle. You can find me on all the Desks and Dorks socials. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We were on Twitter, which I refuse to call X. Elon Musk can fight me on it.
I'm
We'll
not
see how it
updating
goes.
that, so nothing's happening.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But no, yeah, if you would like to support us by backing the Kickstarter on October 31st or going to the Notify Me link, that'd be great. Otherwise, you can pick up any of the other games we did and just keep supporting Symphony. These guys are great. This has been a blast and a half, and it's been a pleasure playing with everybody. So, yeah, that's it. Also, fuck
Chris?
Bel Air.
Fuck Bel Air.
Fuck Bel Air.
Yeah, fuck Miller.
Yeah, Chris is the best.
Yeah, I'm Chris Bates. I'm usually found on the Symphony Discord, or the Stars Are Right Discord, or the Miskatonic Playhouse Discord. Pretty much cheerleading for most of the game channels. So yeah, that's me.
All right.
Over to you, Matt.
I'll go next. I'm Matt Doc Tracey. I am to be found mostly around the Discords, causing chaos, making jokes about alpacas and various other animals. I can second Chris being, or he's up there, I guess. The Twitch and the Zoom call are very different layouts right now. I can second that Chris is probably one of the best cheerleaders you could want. The 2 scenarios that I wrote, which apparently the bot is sending the wrong location to, I'll drop that in the chat. But Chris is always the first person to read and review my scenarios, so I got to second him being a cheerleader. Find me on the Discords. Find me curled up in a little fetal position because that's what Sue's games do to me. And speaking of which, Sue, tell us who you are, where we can find you, etc. Give us a little outro before we empty out this auditorium.
I'm Sue Savage. You can find me on a whole bunch of different Discords. I go by Savage Spiel on social network type things like Blue Sky. I have stuff I've written for sale on Drive-Thru RPG. And I also go to a bunch of conventions around the UK. So if you would also like to end up curled up in a fetal position, come to a convention and play one of my games.
And that, folks, is where we will stop for tonight. I'm assuming Bridget's going to have to hit the button. But thank you for everybody for watching live, watching on the replay, this cast. I know it seems kind of self-serving to say that we've been fantastic, but this has been a fantastic game. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.